every artist I work with, right? Like they're like spending their hard-earned money to come and hire me and trust me to work with them. I'm grateful to like every single one of them, man. Dude, it's just like an incredible honor to like be involved in something that like so many people like listen to and all that.
How's 85 million people?
And the Ken Dracula DM me. He was like, "Oh, I heard that one." He's like, "It's cool. Can you change this or that?" And then he sent me like some vocal ideas, and I'm like, "Oh, it's coming together."
What plugins do you use? But yeah, I mean,
Anyways, yeah, we can listen to that later.
test.
Dude, the Thomas one was sick.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. He's a sick guy.
Yeah,
he's a
he's
sick
the
guy.
best,
Like
man.
he's like, I don't know, man. Thank you. I think it was you that helped, and it's also I want to give credit to Lou. You know, just because he knows both of y'all
Yeah.
like you know well and crazy. So
Both the best dudes ever. Yeah, I don't think I even told Tom about it. I think we were texting and then I was texting you. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll let him know." And then you were like, "Oh, he's already coming."
well because I had messaged him. I think a few hours before, and then I was texting you, and I just texted you like on the like real quick, and then it's crazy because he responded like literally right after I messaged you. So I thought maybe
there's a coincidence.
I thought maybe you had something to do with
No,
that.
just a coincidence, man. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. He was just down to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to the Fit show last night? I think I saw you. Was it you?
The which show?
Fit. The
Yeah, Fit for a
King?
King. Yeah, I
Yeah.
went. Yeah,
How was that?
It was good. It was good, man. I love Fit.
Yeah.
My favorite band out of that night was Currents.
Currents.
It-
Oh yeah, they're more like what are they like?
Melodic,
Metalcore?
melodic,
Yeah.
metalcore.
Cool.
It always has been like one of my favorite bands.
Really?
Yeah, Currents.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's sick. I gotta check them out more because everyone talks about them.
yeah,
Okay, I gotta check them out.
yeah. They all have like good. They have like locks, like you know, like
What?
long locks.
Oh, I don't know why
Like-
I pictured like dreads.
No, we're not.
That'd be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, but they just have like long hair. Everyone in Currents, like
That's
for the
sick.
most part,
Well, that matches like
it's,
the metal.
It's clean. Yeah,
The metal vibes.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool. Yeah, I wanted
Um,
to go see Fit. I usually catch them like we're friends with Dan, the guitar player, from back in the day. So we were gonna get lunch, but then it was like it didn't work out because we had to be in Austin.
you know
like-
Dan from
Yeah,
Fit.
yeah, we had
Oh,
to
wow.
be in Austin like pretty early,
Mm-hmm.
and so like it just didn't work out with. Usually when they're in town, we'll like grab lunch or do something or come hang at their show or whatever. But
Yeah.
didn't work out this time. So
Yeah, for sure.
maybe next year.
Have you ever worked with him? Or how did you meet him?
Oh, Dan from Fit?
Yeah.
Dude, from his, dude, we've known each other for a long time because the band he was in before that, Phineas,
Yes,
Like,
which
well-
is very melodic too.
dude, that band is amazing.
I think they're Christian, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then my old band or current, whatever band, Darkness Divided, like we were just in a lot of similar, like, similar vibes. So like, we would play a lot of the same shows and stuff. And
Yeah.
we did a tour together. It was Planet, Phineas, and Darkness Divided. And
Wow.
I think it was, actually, I think Phineas might have headlined. Yeah, I think it was like their CD release tour. And it was funny because one of those ones where like we got it because some other band like dropped out at the last minute or something. So they threw it to us, and that was a great tour.
That's neat, man.
But yeah, so like Dan was in that band for a long time. So like we played so many shows together, and then it's like then he went off and did Fit. So we've always remained friends and stuff. But it goes way back.
He's
yeah.
he's the guitarist, right?
Yeah, he's
his
a guitar
name?
player, yeah. And then
He-
now they have
he
another
shreds.
guitar player, right?
I don't know which one you're talking about. There was one with short hair, like really short hair. He was kind of white complected, skinny. I don't know if that was Dan or if that's someone
If
else.
it's okay, so Dan's
He was
band-
just shredding like crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen them when I think I've seen in the past few months they added the guy from Four Today into the band. Ryan, I think. I don't know him, but like I've just been seeing on social media, like oh they've got another guitar player. Dan's the one that's like been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
and yeah, like but they all shred like shredders, bro.
What's his last name?
Dan Gailey.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds familiar. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the
that
one.
sounds absolutely familiar.
It's cool, dude, because I feel like he's one of the coolest people I know, like one of the sweetest people, like will make the effort. Like he's even been through town, like not for a tour and just been like, hey, let's, meet up. And it's like I have that realization sometimes where I'm like, these friends that I have from like back in the day are like some of the coolest people I know, but they don't live in Texas. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you develop these relationships where there's people you see like once every year or two, and it's great to catch up, and
That's really neat.
you have all these memories where you're like playing together, grinding it out, but you can't just call them up and be like, let's hang out. They don't live anywhere near you. So, but yeah, one time we hung out with Dan. We went to Nam, me and Sebastian, and we drove to California.
Wow.
Yeah, we went
Just
to
you three?
Just me and Sebastian, and we stayed at Dan's apartment with some of the guys from Fit before I think he was even in the band. I think that's just what's crazy. It's a small world. It's like we knew Dan from Phineas, and you just all these bands just end up becoming like
Yeah,
know
and then
each other.
they grow as professionals. Like obviously, Fit's bigger than I think. It's probably a little bit
They're
bigger than
huge,
Phineas.
man.
So
yeah, they're huge.
and it's crazy for you to like see them grow like
Oh my God,
professionally,
yeah.
right?
Just
Like
I see your friend like jump into a situation like, oh, like they're killing it, and everything you hear from them is all positive. Like it's like cool to see like someone jump into like a life changing like situation change like that.
100%. And
Yeah, but
like
that's the homie. So we were like gonna do lunch, and then it was like it didn't work out. But
yeah, man, I feel like that too. Because when I started this podcast, that's when I met everyone. I met you and your whole squad, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just crazy because like life cycles, they just happen to like get this national tour.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I wouldn't have known that they were gonna blow up like this or
Yeah.
soon to blow up,
yeah,
if they haven't already.
yeah,
But like it's just the timing couldn't be more perfect for me.
yeah, absolutely.
But I'm just being selfish. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
no, yeah,
But it's crazy, bro. There's that, and then just everyone that's just and then that's crazy. I think that's the best example I can get in relation to what you're talking about.
no, that is a great example. Yeah, and that's cool to see that growth. Like it makes it really real. When you're like, oh, I saw that happen. It's like, damn, like it's reality. Like shit can happen.
But thanks for coming again. You're a busy guy, bro. You just got back from Austin yesterday. We were talking. You're playing with Darkness Divided. You're the guitarist.
Yep.
And how was that show, more or less? I mean, because you don't play a lot with them, right? It's
No.
like once every few months or so.
Yeah, like maybe a couple times a year. Are we started right now? Like,
Well, technically,
yeah.
maybe we did start when we started talking about Thomas. Is that
yeah.
okay?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, no. So we played last night. Yeah, we don't really play that much. It was a little weird because that was like the first one we've done. Yeah, I think the first one we've done where we just had one guitar player, just me. So we just did like some backtrack stuff to make the guitars come out of the PA. And
Is that hard to do? Like, is it a last minute hard thing to do? Like, make it
sometimes
routed?
it can be. Yeah, like depending on what you're trying to do. I think the legit way to do it is like run a laptop, put those guitar stems through like another amp or something, and do it the right way. But because we don't have a chance to get together for practice, my logic was like that should be something that we should do if we're gonna get together and practice.
Yeah.
It's changing the format of the backtracks basically, right? Because normally our drummer just plays it off his phone through like a little mixer. And so I was like jumping into a whole different laptop interface thing. Like we would want to at least run through the set and see if everything worked out. So all I did was just throw the guitars into those tracks that we normally use. And it honestly was fine. We had a chance to like sound check, and it sounded good. It's just kind of goofy whenever like there's a guitar solo.
And you're not playing it.
Most bands, I think it would be like on me to like learn it.
Yeah.
But you have Sebastian's playing
Right.
that I can't accomplish.
Yeah.
I can't play like him. So and also like would be like, I mean, maybe I could sit there and learn all like these leads and stuff. But I was like, let's just do this, like just have it backtracked, and if it looks funny, like I just told my brother, like, or asked him, like he was on the same page, like maybe say something like, hey, if y'all notice there's a magic guitar coming out.
You
mean?
gotta just own it.
I think it would have been funny if we just had like a friend come up with like a guitar that's not plugged in and just like pretend like they're playing it or something. But we didn't want to be too goofy,
Right, for sure.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. Is it so Darkness Divided, y'all are I mean, it's supposed to be 4 people, right? Or is it 5?
Yeah, 5
Okay.
with Sebastian. Yeah.
With Sebastian, that's cool, man. And everyone lives in town, right? Like maybe in San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio.
That's good, man. But yeah, dude, we haven't talked in a bit. I'm very lucky to have known you for a few months now at this point.
Yes, sir.
I think we went at Kublai Khan. I walked up to you, and then you were just like, I was like, hey, you're Chris Mora. And you were like, yeah, I am. And then you were like, you told me that you were watching the podcast.
Yeah,
And I was
man.
just like, this is this guy's bluffing. There's like I don't know.
No, man.
And
I had
then-
to pull out the proof. I just had the receipts.
Yeah,
I
you
was
showed me, and I was
showing
like-
you my YouTube history.
Yeah, and it was early too. This was like I don't know what episode that was, but it was early when I kind of started. But thanks for watching, man. This is really neat.
Yeah, man. I love your content. And yeah, at that point, it was like you had already like interviewed like good friends of mine. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, whoa, I gotta watch this. And yeah, I love watching your stuff.
Fantastic, bro. Thank you. Once again, it's just weird being in the scene, right? Like I'm not in the scene, but I'm like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So it's kind of
Yeah.
cool. It's kind of cool. I get to be a fan and like an insider at the same time.
Yeah, no, you're all the way in now.
You
You're
think so? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I'm not complaining about
Well,
that.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, have
Yeah.
all these relationships now with all these people that play in bands and do other musical stuff. So
yeah, I'm excited, man. But yeah, let's talk more about you, bro.
Okay.
A lot has happened since I last saw you, bro. You want to talk about you were playing at the Moody Center in Austin,
Oh,
Texas.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
yeah, I feel like it just happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's a couple weeks ago.
Okay, how did you? How? Why? When? Where? What?
Right? Yeah, that's a crazy one. Definitely something I never. Well, I don't want to say I never thought I'd do, but like, yeah, I pretty much never thought I would do that. But yeah, like there's a tour that was coming through town. It was Playboi Carti's tour, and he had a few openers. One of those openers is called Homicide Gang, and that's the group that I played with. And it's like two rappers, and they do like rap music that's in the same kind of like vein as like Carti, but they have a lot of like guitar stuff in their music. And so one of my buddies that I met online that I've made a lot of like collabed on like a lot of like beats with. His name is Zodiac. That's like his producer name. He does a lot of beats for like those artists that are in that kind of scene. He and I were like collabing a lot, trying to make some beats for their album that came out this year, and nothing that I worked on ended up making the cut. But then once the album dropped, or like right before, they had like a single out. And Zodiac had hit me up. He's like, yo, like they want to do like a guitar remix. And he's like, if you put some cool guitars on this, like, maybe they'll drop it or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I load up the track and I was like, oh yeah, I can hear like, I put like some leads but it's cool because I wasn't really just copy and pasting. I kind of did like several sections and I really went over the top, honestly. Like I was just like, well, I'll give them more than what they need in case they want to use this part or whatever,
Yeah.
I went over the whole song and I'm just like hitting, all these leads. And yeah, I sent it to Zodiac and he was like, dude, they love it. And our hope was that they would like drop it. Then he got back to me. He's like, dude, do a solo. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I went crazy on the solo, like doing stuff that I'm like,
Yeah.
I can play this, but it's very hard. But I was like, might as well, So I sent him the solo and then the whole track. And then he just like was like, yeah, they love it. And they didn't drop it. But then, fast forward like.
So that's your own music put into their song.
Yeah, just me riffing over their song.
But it's on the actual song.
Yeah,
like,
it's
online or streaming.
No, so they didn't drop it.
Oh, they
didn't release it. But then you fast forward, like a couple weeks later. I mean, we were at this time. We're like, dude, they gotta drop it, right? Like that would be sick. But then what they ended up doing, which I think this is a cool thing too for an artist to do, they like had their CD release show and they came out to the guitar remix version. So like something that's like, I think the cool aspect of it is like, oh, you can't listen to this online. You got to come to the show to hear it,
Yeah, for sure.
So it was kind of cool because then like I woke up to like a video from Zodiac one day and it was like them playing and it's like the guitar version and it's like a big crowd and I just thought it was really cool. And again, like our hopes were that maybe they'll release it, but fast forward, then they're doing that arena tour.
But when was this happening? Like
Maybe in the end of the summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got
The
it.
album is like the song came out this year or whatever.
Yeah.
The original version that I had nothing to do with. And then they like started playing the remix when they started doing some shows, did the arena tour, and at first I was like, okay, yeah, let me see if I can like at least like just hop on the list and go see it, like see them play it. But in my head, I'm like, that'd be sick to try and play it, like so I kind of just like shot my shot and then it ended up just working out, man. It was very last minute and there was like a lot of it was just interesting like hopping into like an arena type situation. There's a lot of like
was that your biggest show? Like for you to
by
perform?
far, dude. Yeah, man. That was yeah, for sure.
That's
It was terrifying.
I imagine, but I don't want to talk about that because I know it could like bring up some nerves or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like how scared you could be. But what was it like? Like, did you meet Playboi?
No, I didn't. I didn't even meet the people that I played with.
Oh
It
wow.
was just like I showed up for sound check, did it real quick. I had brought one of my good friends, Christian, with me to like photograph it, like
Yeah.
and hang out because I know he loves Cardi. So I was like, we got to do this together. Like, come with me. And he came and we just had like did the sound check. We're hanging out. It's actually a crazy story because there was a lot of stuff where it was like, oh, this isn't gonna happen. Like they were trying to pull the plug on it because we were so last minute. But thankfully, like the artists, like um, people that were like in their clique were like really helping us make it happen. They were just
Yeah.
like, yeah, but anyway, so we were just like hanging out, and then he was like, yeah, this is the set list, and you know when they start, just come over by sound, and then it was on this huge stage. So there, I just ran up the stairs and yeah, just did it, bro. It was a blur. It was insane. Yeah,
Did you meet Homicide? Like, was Homicide like saying hi to you? Like,
dude.
because you said you didn't meet anyone really,
No, I just
which
met
I find a little odd.
dude, yeah, it is odd, but it's also like I think if you were like if you could see like this whole scenario, it would kind of like make sense because it's like what's interesting is like my buddy Christian, he was talking to someone in the catering, like there's a whole like restaurant looking catering situation back there, and Christian asked him like how many people are like on this crew, and they're like we have to feed 250 people today. And it's like there's these huge like semi trucks that they have pyrotechnics. There's like next to the stage there's like these tables with these laptops that had like all this stuff running. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
a huge production, and like yeah. So yeah, we didn't get to like meet them because it was just like so many things going on, and I was just playing a small part in it. You know, like I just ran up there and played the song. But it was cool because it was actually coming out. You know, like the Kemper was, you know, I brought my Kemper and it was like coming out of the arena and PA and stuff. So, but no, it was really, really cool. But I was like really, really nervous. But what's funny is like the one of the most recent times I got on stage was like to, like when the guys did their System of a Brown thing where they like did all the 99.5 Kiss songs.
Okay.
I asked Xavier, I was like, because he and I were like, oh yeah, let's do Creed, and I know the One Last Breath on guitar, so I was gonna do that. But then I asked him like a couple days before, I was like, because I used to like do vocals in my old band Charcoal Tongue.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, let me do that Linkin Park song. Like, let me just come up there. I was more nervous for that than this
Really?
arena thing. I don't know why, but I
Maybe-
was like shaking.
Can I
was like,
guess?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Maybe
'cause I can figure it out.
maybe it's just so many people that you don't really see a person.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
maybe.
you know what that is? Because yeah, like maybe it's one thing where I'm like, oh, I'm about to do this with my friends, like at the System thing, and like, yeah, maybe
No, no,
you're
I meant
like you're
like-
being perceived or whatever, and then it's like, but on this on the,
Like the
big
cr-
one, it's
yeah.
like, yeah, no one's really. I'm not gonna look at anyone. Yeah, no one's gonna even like know who I am. I'm just gonna go up there and then disappear. That was just a random guitar player. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe I was more nervous to do vocals in front of my friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that, and then the crowd for System obviously is closer to you, so you can actually
Yeah.
see who you
Yeah.
you can see the reaction or whatever. Or,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, that might be it. Yeah, when you're on that big stage, like I guess it was so far away from everything. Maybe there was a way to just turn it off, and they got me into it. You know, like the DJ I was interacting with for Homicide, and he was like, "Dude, I need you right up in the middle and just go crazy." And I'm just like, these parts are hard. I gotta like focus wherever, you know. But
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll do something. But I go to what I think is the middle, and then the song's about to start, and I just feel someone just like pushing me, and he's like pushing me to the front, and then just like jumping, and there was like so like I didn't actually like meet the guys, the
Yeah.
rappers, but I felt them like shaking me and
Like, trying to
all
get
this
you.
stuff.
Come
Like
on,
yeah,
Chris,
yeah,
get in the
yeah,
groove, Chris.
right,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, which I was like, it's funny because the only time where like I really fucked up a note was I was like, this dude was shaking me. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
okay.
I hit like a fret off, like a semitone off, so it was like terrible, but it was okay. Like I wasn't overanalyzing like how I played because I practiced the shit out of it.
That's
like,
good.
all week. Like I didn't even know I was gonna do it till the day before, but I was like low key like
You thought
thinking I would, like trying to
Ooh.
manifest it. Like I even went and like, which this works out great for the long run anyway, but like I had this strat that I was trying to like get rid of for like, I would say like a year. Like I love like scouring marketplace for like cool stuff, and I've got a list in my notes on my phone of like stuff that I'm like trying to trade.
Yeah.
And so I'll hit people and be like, yo, interested in any of this? Copy paste the list, right? And so well, I was thinking at the beginning of the week, I'm like, yo, if they actually get back to me and I'm gonna like play this thing, I need like the tremolo, the Floyd Rose, and I was like, I don't really have anything with that. I tracked it like I think with my Strat, so it was like like it different Strat, but it's like I needed like something that could just go crazy with. And so I reached out to some dude on Marketplace like that had like one of those Flying V LTDs, the one that I played with.
Oh yeah.
And he wanted to trade for the other Strat that I was trying to trade. So I went like 3 or 4 days before the show, got that. I took it straight to this guy that I know, Joel Chapman, who's a great like his thing's called Ask Me Anything. He's a great dude that like does all the guitar setups and stuff. Like he's badass. He like does Chris Pettis guitars and everything.
Nice.
And just a great guy. And I just dropped it off with him. I was like, dude, can you set this up in this tuning and get the Floyd Rose and everything feeling right?
He's a local?
Yes, yeah. So if you ever need your guitar set up, dude, hit up that guy. Like, he's
there we go.
Goated, yeah. And dude, even too, like when I went to pick up the guitar, I was like, man, like I'm probably gonna need to run to like Guitar Center and like buy a wireless or something because I'm gonna be up there on that stage or whatever. At that point, I knew I was about to do it. And he's like, oh, I got a wireless you could use. So
that's nice,
that worked out, and I just I mean everything just aligned. Like it's a crazy thing, like so many random things aligned for that to even happen. And I'm telling you, like when we got in there, like there was somebody on a group text that was like, yo, this is cooked, like we should have, I just talked to production, like we should have, worked this out days ago. They were just trying to be like, this, you're trying to throw a guitar in the mix now. Like when I got up there, bro, I guess it's for Carti's setup, but they had like guitars and like quad cortexes and keyboards and stuff. It's hard to see what's going on when he's playing, but I guess they've got musicians up there. So they were like, I was like, when they said we're not going to do it, I wasn't trying to like be weird or like, I respect that they're doing their job, and I don't want to like be like, let's do it or whatever. The only comment I made was like, okay, like, yeah, I just have a mono XLR, it's pretty plug and play. And the dude was like, yeah, I just don't think I could even patch you in. And I saw their snake and everything, and there wasn't even like power on that part of the stage. Like it was just like, yeah, this might not happen. But they went backstage and talked to someone, and they came back and they were like, we're doing this. So
that's crazy, man.
It was cool. It was really cool. It was like a dream come true for real.
Yeah, I feel like even if you didn't play, it might have been worth the trip. Just kind of like, see.
Yeah. Like it would have been cool.
Like a field trip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
right.
If anything,
that's what it felt like. I felt like I stepped into like a different world for like a day. And, it was really cool. It was a really cool.
Good
experience.
for you, man.
Yeah,
good for you. Yeah, I like Playboi Carti, man. I don't know about you, but yeah, I like some of his songs. But
some great songs. Yeah.
Damn, bro. There's so much to talk about, man, because there's that happened. I wanted to cover, which, by the way, thanks for sharing that perspective too, because that's something I wanted to know, like what's going on in the Moody Center back there,
Right.
Yeah, because I was just there for a day to remember.
Oh yeah, it's like the day before, 2 days before, or something like that.
Yeah, I saw them, and I saw what's that other band? Yellow Card.
Oh, dude, I wanted to go to that, man. I should have went.
It was cool.
Yeah, how was that, man?
It was good. It was my friend brought me out there. Like one of my best friends. He's a diehard both bands diehard, and so like I didn't have a ticket, and they're like 100 plus.
Yeah, Moody Center.
And he was just like, bro, I got you. I'm like, bro,
dang,
what the heck?
That's it.
Yeah, well,
that's a homie.
I guess he just wanted me to go, and then it's like his favorite band, so like he wanted it. He wanted me to go, so I was just like, damn, this is crazy. So he's a good friend. His name's Adam.
Hell yeah, dude. I did remember it's like one of my favorite bands to ever see. One of the first bands I ever like saw at Warped Tour 09 maybe. I loved it. I would love to go see him again. It's been a few years. And Yellow Card I saw when I was maybe like 14, 15 with my brother. We went to Austin and saw them. They're amazing, bro. Like,
yeah.
How'd you like them?
It was good. My first time seeing Yellow Card in general.
Yeah,
ever.
My brother's a huge Yellow Card fan, and I remember we even had like their guitar tab books. Like, it was a great band, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. They're still doing it. Cause did they break up and then come back?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think because they did. I don't know. I haven't heard from them for a few years too. Yeah. So I don't. That probably was the case.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, Day to Remember is amazing. I would love to see them again. I should have went, but
there's next time, man. They'll be back.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude. And then
they play a lot of old. Like, are they? Mix, probably a mix.
It was a mix. Of course, they have their new album, so they were obviously playing a lot of those bangers. So it was our first time seeing those new songs. What was the album called? The Big. I don't know. I don't know. It was the one with all the faces, but
Oh, the newer one.
the newer one, yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. They always name their. Some of their albums have interesting names. I can't remember what that one's called.
Big old album,
What was the
volume
before
one.
that, because they had Common Courtesy, and then they had like a crazy one that had like a lot of like pop sounding stuff. It had like a almost country sounding song at the end of it. What was the last album?
Maybe was it You're Welcome?
Yeah,
Was that one?
I actually enjoyed that one a lot.
It looks kind of Christmassy. There's that one. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I like that. That's the, I think that's the one with Miracle. I think. I think that one has Miracle. I don't, or this new one. But yeah, I think it was 22 or 21, something like that, when that one came out.
Man, I've been listening to them since like for a long time. Like I love that band. I had like a burn CD that just said Homesick on it.
Let's go.
That a friend made. Yeah, and I was probably
showing your age right now.
Right? Yeah, dude, that band was just so cool because like they just blended like that pop punk with like,
and they weren't
heavy.
They weren't the first ones, but they like perfected it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and Jeremy's got swagger. I think that helps too.
Yeah,
he's got
great singer.
He's a great singer, but he's got that confidence. It's just like it's unmatched.
Yeah,
but that's cool, man. Dude, speaking of bangers, you were on a banger that went on Billboard, or you?
Oh
you got I got it right here. Because I can't remember all these words, right?
Right.
So it says here,
the Nicki song,
Nicky Jam. How do you say his name? Billy?
I might butcher it. I think it's Bailey.
Okay. Yeah, Nicky Jam and Bailey. How do you say the song name?
I think it's Hieka.
Hieka?
Yeah.
Okay. Which means, do you know what that means? I don't know what that means.
I Googled it because I don't really speak Spanish, but I don't even think it's Spanish. I think it's a different language.
Yeah.
That means like sand or beach or something. I think it's like about like a beach or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I saw the music video. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Billboard presented to Chris Mora to commemorate the number one position for Nicky Jam X Baile Heika on the on the Billboard Latin Rhythm Airplay chart the week of September 13th, 2025.
There you go.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, I guess you got the whole plaque thing on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I just zoomed in on your Instagram photo.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think it's cool. Like it says Chris Mora.
Yeah, it's like two last names. Yeah. That's cool, man. Can we talk about that? Like, how did you even get on the song, or what? You know,
dude, that's all just like an opportunity that was thrown to me by an amazing producer. His name is Jorge Emiliano. He's out there in Miami, I believe. And someone that just really took a chance on me and my work, I just reached out to him like on a cold email. I had been browsing credits of like a Peso Pluma song that I really, really liked. One of the songs where he went more reggaeton. And I was like, man, whoever made this like went crazy. Like, I want to see if they're like out there, and maybe I'll send them some of my stuff and see if they want to, collab, right? Which was a thing I was doing a lot around this time. It's like early 2024, I would say. Just trying to give context of like the relationship of me and Jorge.
While you're on that, like when was this happening? Like what year or what month was this?
When I was sending that stuff out, it was like the early 2024, maybe like February or March. But I would send stuff, and it's very like, for one, I could see like maybe on the other side, if you're getting this stuff from me, like it's unsolicited. It's like they didn't ask for it, right? So you're just got your fingers crossed that they'll even open it and be receptive to like listening and checking it out. And oh, dude, I remember like my heart was like pounding when I saw he responded, and he followed me on Instagram and was like, yo, like I like your stuff. Like, can I use this one or whatever? And then from there, it just blossomed into this like really cool working relationship where me and him have made so much crazy music together, and have collabed a lot. And he's in that like Latin urban space, but all kinds of different flavors of that. Like some of the stuff he's like hit me up to try and do is like very different and very, very like I would say like forward thinking, like making fusions of stuff that's not really out there yet, and I love that. I really think like I feel like God put that opportunity in my life to just like link up with someone that like we complement each other like that, because up until that point I was really trying to like get relationships with people to collab with. And when I fell in love with Latin music, like it just kind of this was maybe about like 2.5 years ago that I just was like listening to it every day. Like my son got really into it.
It's good summer music.
Dude, I listen to it year round. Like there's so many flavors of it, and like I just was like, man, I want to make this music. Like I'm listening to it every day. Like I want to make it, and linking up with Jorge like opened up this thing to where like every week there's something new of like, yo, let's try this opportunity and let's try this type of vibe. And I'm very lucky that like he took a chance on me, and then it's like a time where like there's like the Afro beats are big, like all this stuff is going on to where like guitar is like an instrument that's actually utilized a lot in that in that world. And he's really tapped in with some amazing songwriters, and it's very like crazy to like be locked in with him. And there's also other people like for example like the Homicide thing was like same type of shit, like but more on the rap side, right? Like I'm working with someone that's we're trying to get songs with these artists, right? And I still have people that hit me up from like, hey yo, like I used your thing for this like rap beat, because like I was in that type of world for a little bit, but it kind of opened. It was like a learning experience to like see like, oh, this is how people like make music like this. They're like behind the scenes like collabing all the time, and you make all these demos or like go to songwriters, and then they do a top line, and then it goes to the artist, and if they cut it, they cut it, but then maybe it's just in their vault and then they don't drop it. It's like, but it's like a dream of mine to even be playing in that game. You know what I mean? Like it's a blessing that like there will be like an opportunity next week of like, yo, let's shoot this shot, and it's like, oh, this is like what I prayed for. Like I wanted to be in that position. So ever since I kind of locked in with Jorge, like it's been more just me and him. I've just been making like crazy amounts of music, and that's kind of just totally on the side of like what I would consider to be my business, which is recording, mixing, and mastering, producing bands. So in a sense, it's almost like I kind of have like two jobs. And there was a time period there, bro, for a couple of years where I was just cooking up like guitar loops and sending to everyone and cooking up, and just like really reached a burnout, because that's where I felt like I was like working two jobs, is like I doing my mixing and recording and stuff like that. And then I jump into like, okay, what are the opportunities? What do I need to be cooking up for? And now it's kind of more just like, I think I have more balance. But if there is a thing, like there was a night this week where I stayed up till 3 a.m. Just like there was a prompt like, hey, this is what this artist is looking for. Let's try this. And I was like, gotta do it. You know what I mean? Gotta go for it. And I love it, bro. Like it's so exciting, bro. It's almost like when you like have a week that's crazy, then like the next week when there's not a lot of shit popping off, like it's just like a normal workload. Yeah. I'm like antsy. I'm like, where are
the nerves at?
Yeah, it's like an exciting thing. And I think I've always been like really good at like doing things like when there's like I don't know what the word is, like a time crunch. Like I feel like I would do my homework like at the last minute, and that's when I could focus the best. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that these projects are like last minute or like in a bad way, but it's just how the industry moves. It's like everyone needs everything yesterday. Like it's like, okay, and I'm not even saying like anyone's putting any urgency on me, but that's just like the name of the game. So you get this prompt and you gotta like kind of just like, let's go. And it's fun. It's like a thrill, bro. It's like
it's a rush, man.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro. And yeah, I love being able to. Sorry, dude, that was a whole sidetrack of like,
it's fine,
the song. But Hiaka is just another song where Jorge threw me like the the opportunity to like, yo, we need some guitars on this. So I wasn't involved in like the writing or the production necessarily. It was just like, hey, like, can you lay some guitars? And dude, it's just like an incredible honor to like be involved in something that like so many people like listen to and all that.
How's 85 million people on YouTube alone?
Yeah, that's crazy.
In 7 months.
Yeah, so it's really cool, man. And I'm just the goal is like, let's get a ton of those, you know what I mean? Let's run it up. But these things take time, and you have to develop a sense of patience.
So on the actual song, is that actually you playing, or they recreate like someone, like you wrote it and then someone else like played it for the song?
I played it.
That's actually you.
That's me playing.
So I'm listening to, because I was listening to that song yesterday, and I'm just like, I'm listening to Chris's hands right now.
Yeah.
85 people 85 million people are listening to Chris's hands.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's
yeah.
ridiculous to think about, bro.
That is crazy to think about. Honestly, the first thought I had about it was like, because there was like a reference, right, of the song to like follow, and so when I sent them, I was like doing a thing where like this is like some funny like nerdy like audio shit, but like I felt like, oh, it kind of has like the percussiveness of like if like the acoustic nylon could just be there, but the electric could be like the like blending two things, right? So I did the acoustic and the electric like together and like kind of put it together to where like I put a shitload of compression on the nylon guitar, like an insane amount. And because it was like, oh, it gives it like a percussive thing. And then when you got the lead guitar, which doesn't have like that instrument is a little bit flatter and less like percussive. I was like, the two of them together is cool. But then I heard the song and they soloed the nylon guitar by itself. And I was like, oh, that was like, it just was an insane amount of compression on it. And I was like, oh, that wasn't supposed to be soloed. But then that kind of like also is like a learning thing for me where it was like, you can't even like fucking even overthink this shit. Like what you're doing is you're just giving them something and whatever they're the ones that are gonna like.
So you sent them the actual like wave or not the wave, but I sent them
the waves. I send the waves and stems. You know, here's the acoustic by itself.
Oh, okay,
here's
that makes more sense. Yeah,
but at the beat, yes. But when you send it, like you'll send it kind of like how you think it might sound. Like I had them layered together. I guess what I'm trying to say is like I made these two layers to be together, and then they got separated. And I'm now, I guess the takeaway that I'm leading to is like, I don't like overthink a lot of stuff after that. I'm like, when you're saying like the 80 million people, I'm like, 80 million people heard something that I thought had way too much compression. No one gives a shit. You know what I mean? Like, no one's gonna like think like, oh, that sounds too compressed. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say is like, after that, I'm like, yeah, like I guess I don't overthink like how I process stuff too. I'm like, well, if that thing worked and it, you know what I mean? And it was like way cooked with compression. But yeah, that was just like an audio rant.
You definitely you went above and beyond because like, even though you did have your own like vision of like how it should be or how you want it to be.
Yeah.
You gave them everything, and it's better to give them everything than like less.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. And that's what's really, that's definitely important is like I can't be like like have an ego and be like, oh, it's supposed to be the two guitars together. No, like they're the one that like has the ability to like see what's like cool in what I'm doing, right? And so and you have to give them the ability to like cook up. So you give them the stems so that they can do their own thing with it. But
what DAW do you use?
Pro Tools.
And those who don't know, DAW is a digital audio workstation.
Yes, sir.
I use Ableton.
Oh, dude, yeah. I think that's what my buddy uses. Jorge, I think that's what he uses.
Yeah.
I've watched people use Ableton, and I'm like, fuck, I wish Pro Tools had all that stuff. Like, but I mean, I guess, like, I need to invest some time into like learning how to use it.
No, you don't.
I had a trial.
What you're doing is just fine. Trust me.
No, I think Pro Tools has always been behind on features.
Oh.
Yeah, and I feel like within the past few years they've gotten better on like trying to catch up, but I think it's always been a thing where like, and it's like notorious for just crashing so much.
Yeah.
And it's like so annoying when you're recording a band and it's just like crashing or like, I mean, I guess every DAW does crash, but I don't know. I feel like Pro Tools is so finicky, bro. And but it's one of those things where like I got into Pro Tools like 16 or 15, so I've learned everything in there, and it would be probably pretty hard to switch up.
I think it'd be a waste of time.
Yeah,
for you. Yeah,
I feel like I would want to learn other DAWs, and I have started, because if they have features that creatively I can't use, they don't exist in Pro Tools.
Or just learn enough, maybe.
Yeah, like I'm like, that would be cool to know more. And I did have like a trial of Ableton to where I was like seeing how things work, and I just didn't like commit to it. You got to invest time. FL Studio, I definitely feel like has a sound for beats. I feel like it like I mean, everyone will say it like on these like rap spaces.
Is FL Fruity Loops?
Yeah, Fruity Loops. Like it just has a sound to it. Some people say it's the soft clipper that's on the the default master chain, but I don't know what it is about it. I've made beats in FL and I'm like, why is this like smacking, and like I go into Pro Tools is not intuitive to make beats either. It's like, okay, in FL you want to put a hi-hat, go to the sequencer, load a wave file, put the pattern in, you're there. Pro Tools is like, oh, okay, I already got to grab something third party. So it's like, oh, you have to pay for something, but it's like, okay, I have battery or whatever, so that can like load a wave file, and it's just like all these workarounds where it's just like it's so like not intuitive for that stuff. So I think most people that make hip hop and rap, or like just a lot of genres with electronic sampling and stuff like that, is FL and Ableton for sure. Yeah.
Ableton, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it like the best one you think, like for live performances, like for DJs
Oh,
and stuff?
dude, I feel like a lot of people do use it for live. Yeah, wasn't it called Ableton Live at one
Yes,
point?
and
Yeah,
I think it still is.
yeah, it is.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, dude, yeah, because it can do all that freaky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you can like make it do a lot. I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what they do. So like,
Yeah.
do you know what they do like on Ableton to like why do you need Ableton, or why do you want Ableton? In your opinion,
think, you know what, I'm gonna sound really, I'm very ignorant. I'm not gonna act like I know.
Okay.
But I do think there's an aspect of like, okay, so you see those guys with those pads, like the Ableton, like I forgot what it's called. Like I want to say like, though, if you're doing DJ, like you're manipulating audio in real time, so like maybe it's integrated with the DAW in a way that like you can do controller on the fly. You know, like you can like make jump to this file, like this wave, or like, you know, turn this effect on, or like start this part of this loop and all that stuff. I would think like you wouldn't even like have any option for any of that in like something like Pro Tools. But Ableton, I think, because it's like, I guess, was maybe developed with those types of creatives in mind, like DJs and electronic producers. It's already like has the infrastructure for those possibilities, maybe, or I don't know.
yeah,
I'm just guessing, you know.
that's we're allowed to guess. Yeah, that's really neat, man. I've used Ableton forever. It was the first one that I used for some reason. I don't know why, but
That might have been one of the first ones I used, because it was a CD in a
oh damn,
you know what I mean, like
I keep forgetting you
software.
started when you're 16. Yeah,
Dude, I started before that, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, yeah. Wave. I mean, there's been different formats that, because I wouldn't say Ableton was the first one that I ever saw. The first one I saw was GarageBand, and that goes back to like my origin story was when I was you know, did y'all in like elementary school like have like the GT program? Like I think it stands for like gifted and talented.
no,
kind of
we weren't. I wasn't any of those, but yeah. What is that? Is that like a software? What is that?
Well, so that
Oh
there
no,
was like
it's a program.
like a school program, which is kind of because
Oh.
like I was talking to a friend about this, and it's like every kid's gifted and talented. Like, why you got to single them out? But what it was like you like test and to be into this program, and if they like identify that you're like qualified for it or whatever, and then you, when you're into it, like you pass the test, like you get pulled out of regular school for like once a week or something,
Yeah.
or once I don't even remember, to do like cool. And it was crazy because like, yeah, we would go to the GT room in elementary, and I feel like, and we're talking about like 2003.
What's in this GT room? You
The
speak
good
of?
computers.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and we did that shit with like, I want to say it was called like Lego robots or something like that, where it was like you're making Legos that like can be like move around and stuff, you know. And it was just like a really cool opportunity to like mess with stuff that wasn't really in the other class or whatever. But I remember the day that like, because again, like these were like the good computers. Like this was like 2002, 2003 or whatever.
Yeah.
And some of those computers in the computer lab and the classroom were just like those like really old Macs that were like blue and
Dang, you had Max.
blue and white. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
But so in the GT they had one like the, I don't know what you call it, like the flat screen Mac.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
it was still like a long time ago, like 20 plus years ago, but there was GarageBand on that, and like we could just f- around with whatever. And I just remember like there was like a little browser with like melodic loops, like piano and synth or whatever, and I just like dragged it onto the timeline, a loop, and then like dragged another one, and then hit play, and it was like, oh my god, like I made
Yeah.
music. You know what I mean? Obviously,
Yeah.
you're just dragging and dropping, you're not
Right,
writing
right.
anything, but that's my core memory that I mean, that was like the spark, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like immediate that like from there I like went home and was able to do that. Like we didn't have a computer like that, and I grew up like in the country, like super out there. We were like some of the last people to get internet, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like we just didn't have it, and if we did, it was like dial up. So it would take like a couple hours to like download a song, like a few megabytes. So I didn't just like jump in right away, but it was definitely something that like it exposed me. And then like years later, whenever we did get like a computer, it was like, oh dang, like I can mess with GarageBand, you know.
Did you have horses?
Horses, no, but the neighbors had a lot of cows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were like on the end of the street, so then the next land over was just like open land, and it was all these cows. I think they might have had a house on there, but it was just like there's a lot of cows.
That's cool, man.
The neighbors have horses. The weird thing about out there is like someone on that street has a donkey, or not a donkey,
a mule, maybe.
I think it's a zebra.
Oh, whoa!
Can you get a zebras?
Mm-hmm. Maybe
it's like a crazy thing where you see it and you're like, what is that?
I know someone who has a kangaroo.
A kangaroo out here?
In Helotes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because a donkey's not that crazy. It's a zebra, I think.
The zebra?
I don't know. I'll ask my mom.
Are zebras even like safe?
Maybe it's not a zebra, but I mean, I don't know. It's something crazy.
Can you own a zebra in Texas?
Maybe it's not a zebra. Maybe it's.
Yes, you can own a zebra in Texas, as the state does not require a permit for private possession of zebras, unlike some other exotic animals. However, moving them across state lines, okay, then that's totally. But yes, you can own a zebra.
Wow, what's up with moving them across state lines? You can't take a zebra to New Mexico.
It's just like an animal health commission. You have to have a health certificate.
You gotta be like certified to move zebras
because they're not domesticated. And they can be aggressive and difficult to handle. Wow. Yeah. I don't know.
It might be a zebra. Like, I'll call my mom later and see.
You can't ride them, though. Right? You can't ride a zebra.
No, yeah. Like, they have horses and a zebra, I think. So it's like they just raise the horses for, like, I don't even know what, honestly.
Like the rodeo, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
And then the zebra, I think you just sell them to the zoo, maybe?
Yeah, the zebra. Maybe it's... Dude, I'm going to feel really stupid if it's not a zebra and it's just something else. I'm really
was it one of
bad
those
with
halves?
details like that.
You seen those halfies?
Maybe it's a halvesy. Yeah.
I forgot the name of those.
Dude, I never was like really into horses. I rode a couple on like we went on a trip and we went like horseback riding, I think in like New Mexico or something, and that was really fun. But I always thought those mini horses were cool.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, like have you ever like seen like someone have one or something? I haven't really seen.
No.
But I think it was on Robin Big. They had one. Did you ever watch that show?
I did, but
did they have a mini horse?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have swore that I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, but totally don't remember why I was talking about the zebra. But
I asked you if you had horses.
Of the country. Yeah. So
I like horses.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I never. It's been a while since I read one. Maybe like 10 years.
Yeah.
But I like Clydesdales.
What is that?
Like the horses with the big hoofs, or like the big whatever, like the feet, like the Budweiser ones. Oh, those guys, those huge horses.
I'm not familiar with the different makes and models of horses, but what's it called, Clydesdale?
Clydesdale.
Okay.
They're more of like they're more of an aesthetic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll take them like on like marching down like a street or something, like for a parade. Like you'll see those there. They used to have them at SeaWorld too. I remember they would have a Budweiser section, no beer. Just horses, and like they would have a stable just full of Clydesdales, and you can just go and say hi to them.
Is there a song called "Beer for My Horses"?
Yes, I forgot who sang that.
I don't know if I've ever heard the song, but I'm like, what's the context of them? Like, do they give beer to the horses? You think?
I don't think you're allowed to.
Yeah, that would.
But I don't know. I think it's just a silly song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PETA probably shut that down.
I don't know. Maybe they want beers that
maybe they want
to have a good time.
They want to just maybe that's why they're in the Bud commercial.
Yeah, I'll send them an email. Damn, bro. Let's talk about Upon a Burning Body releasing their latest album.
Oh, okay, yeah, that one's really different because they did most of like over half of the like recording and stuff on their own end, and I just mixed and mastered it. There's a few ones on there that I produced. That were kind of like singles they had dropped prior to. So, but yeah, no, they did an amazing job. Like, credit to Ruben and Tom and Danny for just like locking in and writing and recording that. Like, yeah, it was cool to be involved on the mix and master. And yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing when it came out that Friday.
The whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell
was
yeah.
it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. Yeah, I listened to the whole thing. I like the first track. It's a short one, but I like it.
Yeah,
What is
that
it
was a
called?
cool one.
Sangre de Toro. Yeah, Toro. It's just different. It's slower. It's kind of traditional. And then it kind of sets it up the whole thing because they always have like that kind of like a Latin type metal
Yeah.
style. So I think it's kind of normal for them to do that. I like
Yeah,
that one.
I don't think they'd done it in a while besides an Insatiable Hunger. So
Yeah.
it was cool they did it again and Ruben killed it. Like those songs like have such a cool energy in them. It's like you could tell they were having a lot of fun when they made it. Like
Mhm.
it's a banger intro track. Yeah, so I love that one.
I like that one. I like Another Ghost. I don't know if you saw the episode with Thomas, but
Yeah, I saw it. It's great. Yeah.
and yeah, I'm just hyping up Another Ghost like the entire video.
Yeah.
Dude, like that's like my
Yeah,
favorite
you're
song.
like singing it and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it's a great song, man.
On this new one, I like the Matrix song.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, Living in a Matrix. I just like Thomas's voice, bro. I don't know why. I don't know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that I like the catchiness of that song too.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's super catchy.
Yeah, and I think the album in general has something for everyone. So
Yeah,
that's
very-
for me.
Very diverse.
And then I do like the heavier stuff like with Danny too. But like I think Thomas said it before me. Yeah, he said like there's something for everyone on that album.
Yeah.
And now I can see that. Was there like how long did it take y'all to put this album together?
Well, so like I was saying, like they did most of the recording for this one on their end, aside from the singles, right? So like those singles we would just like lock in for little periods of time, scattered, like let's try and cook up some songs and then whatever we come up with, like would turn into one of those singles and then they would drop that and then
Right.
I don't know.
Oh,
the-
you're right. Yeah,
period of
it's
time
been
between-
like 2 years or so, right?
Yeah, they would like drop a song here, drop a song there. So I guess you could say like the project's been in the works for a while because there were those singles and times that we
Right.
cooked up together, and then there was a time where they really locked in. I want to say like I think it was like this year at the beginning of this year, and I think Tito might have been there too.
Mhm.
I mean, because I wasn't there, so I don't really know, but. They linked up and like made a big batch of songs, and that's what completed out the album. So, and those are the ones that were handed off to me just to be involved on the mixing side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how long. I guess I mean, yeah, you could say like a few years if you include like the the singles that were prior to this batch. But when they locked in and made this batch, that was pretty quick. Like I think yeah, all within this year.
You mixed and mastered the whole thing, right?
Yeah,
But you said you produced certain songs. What does that mean?
the singles.
Oh.
Because those were ones we were doing like at my house like before they like were trying to do the recording on their own. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I got confused. I didn't know the difference between that.
Yeah.
That's really neat,
Yeah,
man.
so the ones that I produced, like we did them together, and then the ones that I just mixed, like they did it all on their own. They recorded, edited, like all that, and I just mixed and mastered. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they
yeah.
stepped it up, man. They really like. I mean, there's a lot of positive things I could say about those guys just as people, but one thing is that all of them and yeah, each individual one of them is just like a go-getter, like a hard worker, man. Like they in their each in their own unique way will like just step up to the plate and just fucking be ready to like just work.
I feel
And
like
so
yeah.
I wasn't surprised that they delivered me something as good as it was, because I was like, yeah, they're gonna get it done. They're gonna go do it. So it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I don't know how I can tell. I never met him, but I feel like Danny is like crazy, super full of work ethic.
Yeah.
That's just from what I can see.
Yes.
I only see 1% of Danny, but I can just kind of tell.
Yeah, Danny, I think he's one that will like push you. I think he's a creative force. Like I think he pushes everyone to bring their best ideas, I think. But on the professional side, it's funny. Like I think I was already smiling when you said that, because I'm like, these guys are some of the funniest guys I know.
Yeah.
Like they just are hilarious. And so like, and it's crazy all the years that we've like worked together, like how many inside jokes. Tom even dropped one when he was talking to you, like how many inside jokes and just like
Yeah, the thing about the what's it called, the breaker.
yeah. So yes, they are professional, dude, and like that band has taught me so much, and I owe so much to them. But yeah, they were like, I think Tong even talked about it, like when we were making Hostility, show up every day on time. They were like early, and it's funny because a lot of bands are like on
Band time.
punk time or
Oh, punk time.
yeah, band time, yeah. It doesn't even, yeah, and I'm on that too. Like I'm always at least like 15 minutes late to something, bro. And I just, it just happens. But Ruben will be there early and the guys will be there on time with breakfast already. Like,
That's cool.
so they are professional. Like, yeah, like they show up to work, and yeah, like what you're saying is like that you could tell they like work hard. Like, yeah, they mean business, bro. Like we joke around,
Yeah.
but we're very productive. And it's crazy, like, to think like excuse me, like, yeah, showing up like 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or whatever, like it's like treating it like a job, you know. And but also too, like I feel like those are like super creative hours, like when you're like um I don't know, that time of day is like low key like the best time to work, you know what I mean? Like, so I
Yeah.
like to work at night on stuff that's like more chill, but I feel like I have my most like focus during those hours. So
Maybe like at night is when you're most creative, perhaps,
I think it's
or
a different,
like individual type stuff like that
yeah,
only you can do by yourself
yeah.
versus having a team.
No, that's a huge realization that I've had, is like I like to do my like loops and like Latin and like R&B, like anything that's like that at night. Like I it's like a different part of
Yeah.
my brain turns on. And then during the day, like I'm able to do like the rock and all that stuff. I think it's just like I don't know why,
Okay.
honestly. I mean, I don't know. Like night has a different vibe, you know,
Yeah,
for
for sure.
sure. But yeah, but yeah, going back to them, yeah, like they're super professional. Yeah, like you're saying.
Um, are you allowed to like talk about the softwares that you use, like all the plugins?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What plugins do you use?
Dude, like too many to name. Yeah.
What's like a okay, like, for example, on Another Ghost, again my favorite. Well, what did you use to make that piano in the beginning? And that little 808 or whatever it is. I don't know if it's an 808, but that little beat.
That one I don't remember, because piano, I feel like piano doesn't get used a lot nowadays. So I feel like if it were something, I don't know, piano is like hard for me to like remember because there's
So many maybe.
probably like 5 go-to ones. And I'm gonna be honest, like the stock Pro Tools one is fine, like it's great. I think it's called Mini Grand. I love Arturia's piano. I think it's just called like Piano V3 or something like that. Piano.
Yeah.
And then in Contact, Native Instruments like has some great pianos. So would it be any one of those? I think my favorite one for pianos that don't sound clear, like that it's more like ambient and just moody, is the Contact. Oh fuck! See, I can't even remember the name. It's like crazy because some of this stuff is like muscle memory.
Yeah.
And it's like piano. This
Yeah.
this folder, grab that,
Well,
that.
Contact has
And
a
it's
bunch of Contact has a bunch of
stuff within it,
like
libraries.
yeah, well, yeah, they have a
And
bunch
instruments.
of instruments.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have trumpets and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not all Native Instruments stuff. You know, there's a million third-party people and independent people that make their own. But I think like one of those Native Instruments pianos, I know there's one called the Grandeur. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Like, yeah, I don't even know how to spell it. The Grandeur. They have like the Maverick. And then they have like the Contact Factory Library, which has like just generic like piano, string, you know, whatever. But yeah, like piano. And then for the 808, if I go for 808s, I typically grab, because another thing, Pro Tools, like not intuitive when you're trying to make hip hop anything, because if you were in FL, like load up, you could, you know, go buy some 808 pack or get something from Reddit or like Splice or whatever, drop that into a thing and sequence it and whatever. And it's just like Pro Tools, like you got to go third party. There's one called Sublab that for like 2 years was like, I'd open it and it's like, okay, finally, good 808s. That shit would crash all the time. And you would put it on a session and you'd just be like, it started crashing and you just know what's because of Sublab. It's crashing. Like, sorry, Sublab, but they fixed it though. They came out with Sublab 2. That didn't fix it. But then some update
Like
of stuff like
it's nice, but it's nice,
now.
but for the time that you can use it until it crashes.
Dude, and it was like,
It's the infinity of the dolls.
yeah, Pro
That's
Tools,
interesting.
like there's a lot of things you could just really complain about. Like it's expensive because it's like if you want to be updating it, you got to be on their subscription thing, and then it's like if you want to save on the subscription, you got to pay a few hundred for like a year, and then it's like just. But I mean, I always like look at those types of expenses as like, well, it's I'm using it to make money, so it's like whatever. But they're greedy for doing that. You know what I mean? And especially to like not even have great features that they're rolling out in the updates. They're finally
It's finally
turning it
getting.
around.
That's
I
good.
feel
Yeah.
like they're coming out with all this new and I'm noticing less bugs, honestly. Like there was one thing that was bugging out like a few weeks ago and I asked ChatGPT because of the way Pro Tools is and computers are in general, like you update something, you lose something. Like, oh, that's not compatible anymore. You gotta wait for them to code the new one, whatever. With Pro Tools, like I'm scared to update, so like I asked ChatGPT, like, this thing isn't working, and dude, when there's things that these tools that you
You can't control, bro. You can't control
yeah,
it. That's
you
what I hate
pay
too.
hundreds of dollars to get them, and they save you time, and you kind of need them. Like when they start bugging out, or you're just trying to get the work done, and you got to go all these workarounds. Thankfully, ChatGPT was like, "Oh, that's a common issue.
Hmm.
Update your Pro Tools," and I updated it. And it was like, "Oh yeah, everything's good."
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, but then there was something that I did notice get grayed out, like not available anymore once I updated to this new Pro Tools, but it's just
Yeah.
software.
But
Like, I'm not even trying to complain about it.
you're
Like,
not.
I'm like, dude, it's pretty fucking amazing what we can do with
Uh huh.
software. You know, like the way we can manipulate audio and record and produce. Like, it's definitely extension of my creative, like whatever. You know,
Yeah.
and so I'm thankful for it. But I'm just
Definitely, bro.
saying some of my gripes with that one that
Well,
I'm
yeah,
stuck
and
with.
every producer has to go through that too with you. Like everyone that uses FL and in general. So
Yeah, yeah,
it feels like you're getting behind. Well, you are, but like everyone's getting behind on
yeah.
on that whatever.
Right, right. Yeah, it's a great like yeah, I definitely think like there is an attitude like a consensus of Pro Tools users like I when I go on Facebook that it's just like this is like the most finicky DAW like and a lot of people will comment like switch to this one cuz it's better and it's like a general
Right.
thing that like Pro Tools is just known for being like really unreliable
Yeah.
but
Setting up
yeah
for
but all of
divorce.
them do
Yeah.
crash and like they have gotten better I think.
Yeah. I wouldn't divorce Pro Tools, man.
No, yeah. And that's the thing too. Like people throw around this term, they're like it's the industry standard,
Mm.
which I think is so douchey. Like it's like, dude, it's
What is this?
just a program. Like
What?
just use whichever one works. But people will like that are like Pro Tools fanboys
Yeah.
say that because if you did go into any studio in LA or whatever, it's gonna be Pro Tools that you have to engineer through. But that doesn't mean it's better. You know, that just means that's what got in there first and was like one of the OGs. Like it doesn't mean
Right.
it's better. Or that
Yeah.
it's the industry standard that nothing's up to that standard. Like honestly, like when I see people in Logic and other stuff, I'm like, those features make so much sense and they should have been in Pro Tools like a long time ago and stuff. So, but I'm stuck with that one. I'm just like,
That's fine.
there's things I like about it too, you know, and things that might be uncomfortable at first, but when you're
Mhm.
10 years in, you're just like, I can figure it out.
What do you like about Pro Tools? Like, what are like the top three things?
There's some things that when I jump into other ones, because like a few weeks ago, I engineered my friend in Logic, and again, there's a lot of things I love about Logic. But I think some of the things that I noticed that I'm like, oh, I'm happy Pro Tools is this way. I feel like the MIDI editor is like just so comfortable for me.
Mhm.
Like I can program albums of drums, you know,
Oh,
and
that's
just
cool.
like I feel comfortable in it. I like the MIDI editor, and then I like the mixing aspect of like the routing and stuff, but that might be pretty standard across all fronts, like to do that, like the way that things are bussed and
Yeah.
because you kind of create that stuff yourself, like you're the architect of that. But I feel like it just makes a lot of sense in Pro Tools, like how to make and dude, they came out with these folders um, like in 2020 maybe and it's just and again like other dolls have had that forever like I recorded on Reaper for maybe like a year or something and those folders have been around forever but it's those are cool that saved a lot of a lot of time.
That's neat, man.
I don't want to. Sorry if I'm going too
That's fine.
audio with it.
No, you're good. I was talking to my friend yesterday because we were at the concert for like a long time, and he watched my last episode, and I was like, hey. Like he gave me a compliment or whatever. I was like, thank you. And I asked him like, what should I do better? Tell me what to do better, Greg. He was like, Nick, honestly, like it was great, but you need to like not interrupt people.
What?
But again, I had to like ask him about that. Yeah. I want to know these things. So
I haven't noticed you do that.
No?
Because, well, I guess like
maybe with Tom. Well,
yeah,
he watched Thomas, so maybe that was. Well, that's what.
It's interesting because it's like maybe an interruption could be confused as an interruption, but it might be just going back and forth. You know what I mean?
Probably.
But
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's cool that you can get like constructive criticism, man.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That's sick.
Yeah. Is there anything that I should do better in general that you think? In general, it could be whatever, you know.
No, dude, I love what you do, man.
I should take this down. Actually, that might be the first thing. That might be the first thing I should not do.
I don't even know if that comes out in the frame.
No, it is.
But no, man, yeah, like I love what you do.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, dude, you have a lot of streams, bro. I think I think I told you about that one time too. I have some numbers right here, but I think they're outdated numbers though.
Yeah, I need to update it because there's like a thing that like
whatever
tracks it, Muso, and all I do is like on my website, I like screenshot what it's at and throw it up there. But I need to update my website bad. I'm
wondering where you are right now, bro.
So behind on that.
Because as of I don't know when you last updated that. For me, I think it was like around Halloween time. But right now you're sitting at 209 million. Yeah,
I think I updated that like last year because I do think that one song, the Nicki song, like
dude, I'm pretty sure you're double. Like you might be at half a bill, maybe even more by now.
So I think it's like up in the upper fours or whatever. But yeah, my goal is to get in the billions. Like
that's crazy work though. Dude.
Because I don't really like look at the number and really think anything of it. But I think if I hit 1 billion, that would be pretty cool. Like I would.
That's
maybe
crazy,
look at
man.
That as pretty cool. Like,
209.5 million streams combined. You know, across all platforms. On Shazam, you're at least this time 579,000 Shazams.
That's crazy.
So people they want to know. They literally want to take that extra step to like figure out, okay, what is the song?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is a lot for me. It's a lot of work to pull up my phone and just like do that.
Yeah, so my son does that. Like when we're places and he's like, he doesn't have a phone, but he'll say, "Dad, Shazam this," because he wants it. And then, dude, he's really good with like. He'll just log it into his memory, like, oh, he knows what that song was when I named it. I told him what it's called, and then he's like, remembers it, and then we're in the car later. He's like, Dad, play that Shenzhou song or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, no, the stats are crazy. Like having even in the millions or the 100 millions, yeah, that's a blessing. But that's just all credit to these artists that like do those numbers. You know what I mean? Like Upon Reading Body, like has hundreds of millions of streams, and they probably have like hundreds of millions before they even met me or whatever. You know, so it's like that's not something that I have it up there, but I don't want to be like, oh, I got all these numbers or whatever, because it's just those artists that have those numbers. But it is an honor to be involved in those numbers, but it's not because of me or whatever. I'm proud of it, but not.
It's a resume builder.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. I throw it up on the website because it's like, maybe you could look at that and be like, oh, like people have trusted him, so you know, to do those numbers, like like maybe he's legit or something. I don't know. Yeah,
and then you're working. Congratulations, Life Cycles released that latest song.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah, I was really lucky to work with him. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't talk about Life Cycles, like what they're doing and stuff. I understand that because it's on them, it's on the record label, but I wanted to ask, like, are you like working with them like right now?
Oh, I mixed and mastered their EP. So the one that's did they announce that they have an EP?
We can cut that out.
I guess maybe
that's why I don't want to talk about.
Maybe we'll text them and be like, does the world know y'all have an EP or whatever? But
I don't think so. I
don't know. I mean, I guess I didn't even think about it because they're my friends, and even before I was even like the guy that was gonna mix it, I've been hearing about the EP. I've been gone to get my hair cut, and they're working on the EP, and it's like I've heard the EP being worked on for a minute, so it's like I didn't even realize like, oh shit, they only did drop a single and they didn't drop like a pre-order or anything like that, so maybe
probably
they didn't, but maybe it's cool to talk about it. Maybe I can ask Lou like, yo, is that okay?
yeah maybe I can put this out later on after the EP.
Yeah,
maybe That'd be kind of cool.
It might be a while though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a while too. I have honestly all of January. I have episodes for January.
Oh hell yeah.
And maybe some February. We'll see.
Cool.
But yeah. So
Dang, you're stockpiling them.
It's crazy because like, this week you're my second guest this week. So I had someone on Tuesday. And then you today, but there's been a week where I had 4 people, bro.
Oh,
but
shit.
It's kind of my fault because like I just scheduled it like that,
yeah,
bro.
Hey.
But I'm learning, right? I'm learning like, okay, pace yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good problem to have, right? I can have like no one want to come on here.
Yeah, and
which is
there's a great trade off on that. It's like you put your head down and you work, but then at the end of it, like you have more content already made. You know what I mean? But it might be a rough week that week.
I was exhausted, bro. I
bet,
got 0 sleep. The week when I released the video with Thomas, I got no sleep like those last 48 hours because I worked on the entire video, like 90% done, and it crashed on me, bro.
Oh.
It was what do you call it? Like when everything it got
corrupted.
Corrupted. That's the word.
I hate that.
It got corrupted. But so I had to like. And this computer, or I use DaVinci Resolve, and this DaVinci Resolve is acting funny on the timeline. So now I got to work on my laptop, which it's okay, but it kind of sucks because it's a laptop instead of a desktop. But I had to redo it on the laptop. So that's like one project takes like maybe 7 hours, 8 hours. Yikes. So just for that, just to be wiped out like on one night, bro. I was pissed off, bro.
Dude, I was
pissed off.
Upset. It's like that different type of piss too, where you're just like. Like upset,
and I can post it like on Thursday, but like the album comes out on Friday. I'm like, no, that's way too quick. I want to do it on Tuesday.
Yeah,
so it gives people enough time.
Yeah,
to build up, right?
Dude, that's sick, man.
So I got it done. Yeah, it
pulled it off.
Yeah, thank you.
Great work, dude.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah, that was a great.
I think so, man. I really like Thomas.
So when you edit, you gotta like basically decide like, okay, this is the angle it's going right here, and so you're going through the whole, like his was like a couple hours, so you're
it's
going
2 hours
through and
2 hours
chopping that shit
on the
up.
dot. Yeah, it was the longest one I think I released. I pretty much think of everything that I want to be presented, like every angle when someone says something like specifically I want the camera to be zoomed in, or I want that camera or that camera.
You're directing it.
I'm directing it. Like I think I have like an inner director, whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. But, dude, I used to love chopping up videos. I think there's something so like exciting. It is tedious, but like I used to mess around with like iMovie and then like Final Cut, and we would mess around in Premiere in school, in high school. That one I didn't like that much, but
at GT
when you this was more in high school, but like it's like a really it's the same thing as like making a song and then you listen back on your headphones. You're like, it's so fulfilling and rewarding to like have like made something and then you're just like, watching it. Like you get through the edit and then you can like watch the video you made and you're just like, that's the best feeling
absolutely
ever. But it is a lot of work. But yeah, we used to make. I mean, I think I might have edited our first music video that Darkest Divided did. I made a lyric video for us one time. And then we had like comedic like videos that we would make. Yeah,
like vlogs and stuff, or sketches.
Yeah, like more like sketch type,
like the old Data Remember sketches.
And dude, our was like ripping that off, like we just like or inspired by whatever, Hey,
like, it's okay though.
Yeah,
you gotta start. I think you gotta start somewhere to be inspired. Like you might directly copy them, but you won't copy them forever.
Yeah. We did like a couple, and like there was some funny ones, man. They're probably still out there, and I think our label would even like put them on their YouTube.
Oh wow,
I could be wrong, but it was like just loved making videos, and we even had some too where like other people would film them, and I would edit them, or like whatever. But it's one of the funnest things to do. Like when you're like, I think like. Watching the Day to Remember ones, it was like they're just like so funny, and then like you're
the terrible
in a
acting.
position where you're like we would make them while we were like recording,
yeah,
and it was like, okay, let's take a break from recording and just like make this stupid ass video, and we just have like the funnest time ever. So it's like a cool way to like,
right,
and you're also like you're living in a scenario where something could be filmed, you know what I mean? Like it's an exciting thing, like we're actually like making an album, like let's make some funny video about the album we're making or whatever. And also my brothers like are just so funny, and just like we bounce off each other, and Sebastian, we all bounce off each other's like stupid humor. So
yeah, it's like you're taking, it's like going to recess but you're playing with computers.
Yeah, Apon's made a lot of videos too. Like they've like done like vlog style stuff.
Yeah. Recent,
real recently,
recent.
not necessarily anything that I've ever been involved in. I think they maybe done like a couple studio videos while they were at my house, but more like on their tour stuff. And that's the thing, man. Like I feel like when you go with your friends, like I don't know, it's something that comes up. You're just like, what if we made a video of this, or so it's like
you
it's
feel comfortable
cool.
around them.
Yeah, it's cool to see them that they're like making funny stuff because they're just hilarious. Like being around them, dude, they make me laugh so much.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, Life Cycles released that one. That was I think that was Lou's. Well, that was Lou's first song like as a frontman. So
Yeah,
that was really unique. And then they recorded the drums. I think he was telling me at Paper Tiger.
Paper, yeah.
Were you there for that?
No, I wasn't involved at all on the engineering, production, recording side
Just
of
mixing
it.
and mastering it?
Just mixing and mastering, yeah. And I got lucky because I wasn't even the person that was lined up to do it. They had someone that's like goated, Zeus.
Okay,
And,
yes.
Yeah, Zeus did their last one. And then like some other people that you might know about that they were like maybe in the talks to do it, and then I just got really lucky. They were rocking with my mix, and like I mean I've done a lot of work with them, like the early stuff, and then it was like, oh, they moved on. Like they have an amazing producer that they work with now, Jason. Like he's fucking crazy with it. Like he's badass. And so he's like the perfect guy for them, in my opinion. And then they just like tossed it over to me and gave me a shot at mixing it, and it worked out for this one. So
producing is what exactly? I'm still lost on that.
Well, I guess a lot of like people lump in like producing with like also engineering and other stuff. So I guess like the technical explanation of a producer is like really hard to define nowadays. Like someone could be a producer on a song and they just like wrote like a...
So it's part of like the writing process?
It can be, but I guess I can just kind of... It feels easier for me to just explain like how what ways someone could be classified as a producer. Like if someone even just like added one idea to something, they're a co-producer. Like they did I'm thinking from like experiences of like what I've learned about like every genre, right? So like if somebody... there's a lot of gray area, but like say somebody like put some idea on something, they could be considered a co-producer. But also like in rock music, like it kind of sometimes more just falls under a writer. They're not necessarily a producer just because they added something. In a lot of other genres, like the people that handle the beats are just producers and they're not writers, and the people that wrote the lyrics are the writers. But like typically in a band situation, there's just one producer, and then there's like writers that are usually like the members. I don't know if I even explained that good, but I think in a rock setting, like the producer is like usually the engineer too. Like usually the engineering is like recording, and I guess editing falls into that. I mean, if you were to look up the detailed credits of something, sometimes there's a writer, engineer, editor, a producer, mix assistant, mastering. Like
do you have an assistant?
No.
Oh.
There might be more things than that, but like I guess if you're asking like what's a producer, I guess in a traditional sense it's like an idea person. It's like somebody that kind of like Rick Rubin is an example of an amazing producer that doesn't do any engineering.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like he's not pushing faders and do this, but he's a person that's like so great at what he does.
They'll give you like the skeleton, right? And then
in his case, I feel like he's more like the person that's like slow that song down, or like he's the one that told Johnny Cash to cover the Nine Inch Nails song. Okay. Like an idea person, or a person that gives their input on what feels right or whatever. And I'm definitely skipping over all the many ways that someone could be a producer.
Yeah, there's gonna be someone that might criticize that answer, but I think there's no right answer.
Right, there's no right. Yeah,
there's no right answer.
There's a lot of ways you could be considered a producer, but there's more clearer lines of like what's an engineer, what's a mixing engineer, what's a mastering engineer. Like an engineer is just like recording, editing, like
my head's hurting, bro.
And mixing is just like everything that happens after the song is fully produced. So. But I would say like in a rock scenario, like you typically just have a producer that's also the engineer, Or if it was like a big record, like maybe there is a producer that helps the band get their songs all good, and then they just toss it to an engineer that just like records it, and then it goes to whoever mix and master. But I feel like in metal and rock, like it's very common that that person wearing all those hats is just one dude.
Yeah.
It's like co-writer, producer, mix, master, and it's just one guy. And those are very common. And like I think historically in metal, like you have these goated like
Just individuals
that like and dude, what's crazy on top of that too, they usually like own the studio and they like do just everything. And it's like there's definitely a lot of that still, you know, there's still these
here in town too. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, there's Chris Mora, right? Obviously, and then there's
Oh, there's a lot of great guys. I'll help you.
Who
Like,
else- who else is there? There's Clifton Miles, of
there's
course.
Clifton,
There's Mac Damon.
Mac, Corey Bruneman is a great one, and Fernando, and then there's
Lemus?
Yeah, Fernando Lemus.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, and then there's guys.
Oh, he does like death metal or something like
He
that.
does all
right?
kinds of stuff.
Oh, he does all
yeah,
stuff.
I've even heard some country stuff he's did. It was great.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, there's like all these guys that like can do the full thing, and then yeah, like they will get contracted to do just part of it too. Like there's a lot of my a lot of my workload is doing mixing and mastering these days. So it's like that's kind of where I'm at right now. But maybe next year I'll do a lot of in studio stuff. It just varies. But like yeah, there are multiple guys that wear all the hats and do all the things. And yeah, we've got a lot of like I feel like up and coming ones too that like just are kind of flying under the radar. That could be the next guy that like does a cool big project. One dude I want to shout out is my buddy Evan Wadsworth. He's like doing this band Snakefather. He plays in the band Blight Feeder.
Oh, okay.
And like I hear his work and I'm like, holy shit. Like he's solid engineer, production, like craziest classical guitar player I've ever seen too. So like there's just like guys too that like maybe necessarily haven't done like a bunch of like albums and stuff. But like yeah, like Evan's great. I have this homie Chris Reyes who just moved here from Corpus. Well, he moved like last year, but he's got like a crazy studio at his crib where like he's recorded some bands from Corpus and in town, and I've tossed him some editing stuff too, like, and he edits for some other guys too. There's all these guys, there's all this talent up here.
And do you send him that stuff just because like you usually get stuck? Like mentally, you just get stuck on something.
It's if I'm like in a time crunch, really.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
because I really like I have a bad control issue where I like to kind of quality control the whole thing, but I trust Chris and he'll do edits for me because if I'm like I gotta do this other thing by Friday, but there's no way I'm gonna finish that thing too. So can you edit that? And I pay him to do that, and then when it comes back, like it's a little bit less of the time consuming stuff. So I got to be better at like giving him more stuff because it would open me up to like probably run through more projects.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta let go of that control.
It's hard,
factor.
man, right? Because yeah, it's your,
like yeah.
it's your
How would you feel about like maybe having someone like edit your videos? Like it's like I feel like at this phase you just want to touch everything, right? Like you want to
100%. Yeah, but there's also that part of me that's just like I hate editing.
Oh,
I don't hate it. I actually really enjoy it. But when it becomes like almost like a job, like
No, I know exactly what you mean.
like
Like,
time
yeah.
crunches and every 2 weeks I'm trying to put something out. That can get a little. It's just stressful.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
hate it.
You
But it's
don't
stressful.
hate it, but I get exactly what you mean. Like it's a part of the process that you like wish you didn't have to do, but
Yeah.
you know you got to do
I'm
it.
glad I'm glad I learned it. I'm glad I got to do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun at first, but like when you're doing it so often, it's just like I'd rather like step away from it and have someone do it.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, it's uses also a lot of your brain. It's just like your brain gets used up, like your brain gets used up, your brain power, or whatever you want to call it, right? You
Cells and
have
stuff,
a full tank, and if you can burn yourself out. You can definitely like so. And the editing is just like I feel like it's just use a certain part of your brain. It's like it's creative, but it's not necessarily. It's kind of like more tedious. So it's like it can definitely like weigh on like your mental. It's like taxing. I don't know how to describe it.
No, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Yeah, it's cool to have like people that do that. And I'm like, man, I really hope I'm not forgetting anyone on the shout outs of like other studios or like producers in town. Cause I know you named like Mac is amazing, Clifton's amazing. Like, yeah, the other guy is like yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff, dude. And San Antonio is slept on for sure.
Yeah, but everyone knows each other here. Like once you're in here, like you're in here, like everyone knows each other.
True.
Yeah, it is slept on like nationally, but yeah, it's a smaller market,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
But it's like weird. It's bigger than you would. I don't know. I feel like
well, it's a
it's
metal city, I think.
yeah, yeah. Dude, that I kind of reflect on that sometimes where I think like, San Antonio has this like rich like metal history, I guess you could say, like the venues, there's been a lot of local bands, like a lot of bands from Texas in general, but like, San Antonio has had this like strong metal scene forever, it seems
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, it's a good the reason I reflect on it because I'm like it's kind of crazy to think like, oh, I make a living like recording music full time or mixing, not in like a city like LA or
Yeah.
Nashville or whatever. It's like, but there's really enough work, more than enough work to go around out here because there's so many bands. Like it's crazy. And obviously there's been all these different eras of like even just metal in San Antonio where like it was like honestly I think the most popping uh like when we were like in high school. I feel
Yeah,
like
metalcore maybe, right? Metalcore more
just like
so.
that scene of like I feel like it's now coming back where like you
Yes.
go to a local show, there's a hundreds and hundreds of people and it's like they're supporting like just like the local bands,
Yeah.
like yeah, that's kind of like a big part of like my origin was like that White Rabbit era of like when I was like 14, I think we played our first show. Yeah, '09. Yeah, we did our first show, and then like I want to say it was the same year, like 5 or 6 months later, Tom and Lou and them were doing their first shows of Buried in Our Texas, and
Yeah.
all of that, bro. They were the band though. Like when they would play, it was like sick. I was a fan. I was like, dude, these guys are gonna
Yeah.
take off. And but I guess it was a crazy time where like you would just go to a local show and there'd be like, I'm bad at like guessing how many people are in a room, but like a load of people, honestly. And it was cool. It had the support, and it was like just crazy now. And then now I feel like it's always been really like San Antonio's always been like really supportive of like the touring bands. But I feel like recently now it's like the local shows that Life Cycles and their cover band doing that like are bringing the masses back out for like local.
System of a Brown, dude. I don't know if it's sold out. That when I saw you, that was the day before Halloween when System of a Brown played, which is basically Life Cycles minus the drummer. They replaced him with what's that guy's name?
Steve.
Steve with the hair. Yeah, it's crazy, but he's a good drummer. I like him a lot.
Oh, dude.
I never met him, but I just know
amazing.
that he's just you just watch him and yeah. But anyways, it's basically Life Cycles, and you were there, and I saw you at the end, and so I think you would agree. It might have been sold out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was packed, bro.
Yeah, it's like it feels
packed.
like it's sold out. If it's like to me like the sign of like a huge show at the Paper Tiger, like it used to be the Rabbit, is like
when they open up those doors.
Yeah. That was like back in the day. It was like, dude, the show's so packed, like they opened the doors. You know what I mean? Like
it's happening, guys.
And so like I think like it would be really hard to like sell out that place because the capacity is insane with those courtyards. You know what I mean? Like it's like you could really let it chill up. They might not even be able to see the stage.
I guess you're right.
You could, but they do call some of them sellouts.
Yeah.
I guess they might have a limit on how many tickets they can sell or heads they can let in. Xavier would probably know. He probably knows that number, but it's a lot of people.
It was a lot.
They pack it out, man. It's crazy. You're like, oh my God, I'm like watching my friends like kill it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get Xavier on. I talked to him one time, but I want to get him on and Buck.
Yeah, get them.
Maybe. I mean, I'm just assuming they'll come on, right? I have to ask them first, but that'd be cool if I can get them both together, like at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I know they're buddies, like they're really close.
Boys.
They're really close, like in general. In fact, I just got a new interface.
Oh, what'd you get?
I stepped up to the
18i18, but that's crazy.
So
I haven't seen that one.
So I can get 4 mics now.
4, hell yeah.
Instead of just 2.
Hell yeah.
I have so many ideas, bro. In March and April and May, this place is gonna be different. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Oh, okay.
More so behind the scenes, just to make things a little bit more better and more creative.
I'm excited for it, man. I want to see you just keep trucking.
I'm having fun, man.
Killing it.
I'm wasting money, but I'm loving it. You know?
No.
Yeah, I really am, bro. I'm wasting money, but
bro.
Okay, thank you.
Or you're putting it into your passion, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas that I want to do
Amazing.
that other podcasts aren't doing.
Hell yeah, dude, that's great, man. Yeah, keep pushing it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, keep trying to come up with new ideas and stuff.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to have you back on. Maybe when I'm sure lots. Do you? Is it safe to say that a lot will happen for you in like 6 months? Like, do you have anything crazy that you're actually like looking forward to?
Yes, man. But the nature of this stuff is like you never know when it's coming, right? So I think even when I was talking to you before this, I was like, oh, there's gonna be this album drop that they told me like, oh yeah, it's coming out this day. Didn't come out, but it's okay, you know. But yeah, I would say, dude, yeah, hoping some crazy shit will happen in the next 6 months for sure.
Okay, let's do it
Yeah,
then. Maybe.
it's that I hope that is the nature of things moving forward that that more will pop off. But
Yeah,
you gotta be patient, you know. I
for
I
sure.
think if anything, it would be the result of like stuff that was been happening in the past year and a half will start to kind of see the light.
Lil Mosey. I want to talk about Lil Mosey for a second, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you produced one of his songs, or that, or
It's
it
a song
wasn't
that
it
never
wasn't
came out.
released.
Yeah, yeah. It's another one of those ones that like you know, he was teasing it online, like it might come out, but it didn't. So
Okay.
but yeah, I made a loop with a buddy, someone that I just know online, and we met through Discord, and it was one of those things where you get the ideas going, you know, like start sending each other stuff. We made this banger loop, and I think he just sent it to Mosey's engineer, and he put drums on it, and then they cut the song. I don't know how many hundreds of songs Lil Mosey
That's
probably
crazy. Yeah.
has, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I shared it because like I know some people are like think that's lame to like share like a snippet of like an unreleased song, you know. But for me, like I'm still pretty fresh in this, so I shared it at that time because like, oh, this is cool. Like this might look kind of I got like a resume type thing, but yeah, it didn't come out. I think I might have took it down. I'm not sure, but yeah, that was a cool one. I would have been cool if it came out, but you know, there's always all these maybes, you know.
Yeah,
It's
man.
the nature of it.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna list out some of the bands you worked with. You've worked with Kim Dracula.
Oh, dude, Kim Dracula
Yeah.
is honestly it's like one of the coolest, yeah, like projects ever been involved in. I don't know if you were trying to list more, but I'd love to talk about that,
Let's
man.
do it.
Like, dude, yeah. I mean, that whole thing. I think it was a really unique process, and it was. I don't know. To me, like, I love reflecting on like the backstory of stuff. Like, I love watching interviews and like people. Yeah, they talk about like, oh, this is how I made this song, but then they'd say like, this is how I got to be in that position. You know what I mean? And so like that's one that's like there's all these dots got connected that it's I look back and I'm like, dang, how did I even get in that position? It's so crazy. But I guess if I could try to give like the condensed version, like there was a good friend of mine. His name's Alex, and he's a like a entertainment lawyer, like a music attorney, I guess you could call it.
That'd be kind of cool if I can get someone like that on here.
That would be so cool, man. I mean, that dude, like, he doesn't live in Texas, but he's got so many stories. Every time I talk to him, he's got all these stories. But he came into my life whenever I was doing the second band, Charcoal Tongue,
Yeah.
and we got signed to Spine Farm, and he did like my contract, like the when you get signed to like a big label, like you definitely want to have a lawyer like look at it and like give their I mean, they're the ones that can understand all that crazy shit, bro. Like there was like the first contract we signed, like they'll say like territories where this contract applies, and they'll say like the universe. Or,
Whoa.
like, there's just like
That's
crazy,
crazy.
stuff.
It's
in
like
there.
it's like kind of wow.
There's stuff in there that's like you'll read it and just be like, I don't know what I just read. Like I don't know what this means. And so
That just means if Elon does everything right, I guess it'll actually apply.
yeah, right. Yeah, like if you were signed on Mars, like you would still be signed. That's crazy. But yeah, like Alex came in and because I have another friend named Jeff Menig who's an awesome person who he actually just moved here from Atlanta, but at the time he was living in New York when I met him online. He was managing a band that I was producing down here, and I wanted to start this band, and I reached out to Jeff. I was like, "Yo, like this is my music." I was hoping he would like want to be my manager. Um, and I had one song, dude, and he literally sent it to Spine Farm and like, I don't know if you're familiar with like Nuclear Blast Records. Um, and he was like, yo, these people like your music. And I was like, dude, it's like one song, you know what I mean? So I made an EP, sent it back to Jeff, and bro, it was like crazy. Like I didn't even have a name for the band yet. I just had these songs, and these labels just got interested. And what really, I don't want to name drop. What there was something that happened that like kind of made the whole situation just go really faster. I found an email of a really big label on an artist like an artist website, and it was like their contact, and it was like so and so at something records, and I just shot my shot and sent them the EP at the time that these other labels were already interested. And that label said like, yo, what is this, like, what is this band, excuse me, what is this band, and like who are the members, blah blah blah. And I was like, it's just me, like it's just me making this music. And they were like, let's do a deal. And that's when I told Jeff, I was like, yo, like this just happened. And he was like, okay, well, you're gonna need a lawyer. Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, these other parties are interested, they're wanting to move. And dude, I got flown out to New York like a week or two later to have these meetings with these with there was a label that flew me out there, and then there was like a meeting while I was there, and that's where I met Alex. And I was like in New York City, and I was like, what am I doing? I was in like 19 or 20.
Oh.
And but anyways, that's a whole other story of like the whole that band. It ended up being Charcoal Tongue. Like,
Yeah.
we were signed before we played a show. Like I put the members together, like, after I had made the music and stuff. And that's the whole thing. That's a whole like chapter of my life that's insane. But that's where I met Alex, and Alex did the contract negotiation, and then he just like kind of took me under his wing as like a friend. Like he would just like, like I have all these like memories of like him, like, and I linking up. Like he flew into San Antonio for like his to see one of his bands play with like Fall Out Boy. And I went with him, and I think it was like his birthday. And then like when I went to Nam with Sebastian, he was out there, and I went with him. He got his first tattoo, and came to Warp Tour. Like it was just like he wasn't having to do any like legal stuff.
I think he just likes you, man.
Yeah,
he wants to be your friend.
That was the thing. He just like one of the first like industry people to just be like, you're great, and believe in me. And it did so much for me to like have that belief. And obviously Jeff introducing me to him, there's already dots being connected that like are pretty crazy, like, because I'm like, okay, well, what if I didn't even reach out to Jeff? I wouldn't have met Alex, right? So I meet Alex, and then we would have this friendship forever. And then fast forward, I mean, that was 2015 when I met him. And then in 2021, he was like, yo, like, I had told him, like, I'd reach out to him. I was like, hey, like, I'm really trying to just, like, I'm looking for more to do, like, more, like, I'm doing this metal stuff, but, like, if you have any other opportunities that you hear about, because one thing I feel like is, like, not really super common knowledge is that a common denominator of all these people in the industry is an attorney. Like, it's like, you have managers, you have labels, you have booking agents, you have, like, publicists, you have all this stuff, but someone that crossed paths with everyone is a lawyer. So I didn't even know anything about that, and I didn't link up with him trying to like get connected, but he just was always going above and beyond and introing me to people. Like I get a text like, yo, Chris, meet this guy, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so and so's manager, that's crazy, like, or whatever. And even if it wouldn't lead to like a working relationship, it was like
it's just cool to be like in that bubble or in that
dude,
circle. It's like you're finally sitting in the cool kids table.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was amazing. Like, some of the cool things, like, he was making a lot of efforts to like try and just help me out. And then, when I reached out to him in 2021, I was like, yo, like, I'm trying to like, I don't know, just look for more shit, like if there's anything you could like, if you hear about anything. And, he's like, yeah. Like, I'm always looking for stuff for you. And I was like, okay, cool. And then like 6 months later, I get this email, and he's like, hey, check this out. And it was like I probably shouldn't go too deep into like the behind the scenes of like whatever, but the Kim Dracula thing arrived like they're looking for music, they're looking for producers, and it was like crazy. It was like from Columbia Records, like that's who he put his album out on. And I was like, oh shit. Like obviously the Columbia aspect is cool. I'm like, oh cool, major label, like that'd be great to do this. But then I'm like looking at the artist, and I'm like, and at the information on the music that they wanted to make, and I'm like, this is rowdy. Like it's gonna be crazy. And these types of scenarios feel like a tryout almost. Like you make
Yeah.
something and you're sending it and you're like, hoping that they like it or whatever. It's very similar to like what I think hip hop and hip hop adjacent genres do versus metal.
Hmm.
Like metal is like you're like
Right.
a rock band or whatever.
You're working. You're working with one
You
guy.
make your stuff, you go find someone to record it, blah blah blah. And but whereas like hip hop and all that stuff, it's like we need beats. That's the first thing. We need beats, so we got to go find it. So
Hmm.
I think it was cool already that they were taking that approach, and simultaneously I'm learning about hip hop production. Obviously, Kim Dracula's not like a hip hop artist, but I'm thinking there's a lot of similarities in the way that they were like fishing for like who's gonna help us make the sound and stuff. And so yeah, it was crazy, man. That first phone call with the A&R at the label, like it was he played me a song that they had finished over the phone. Like so imagine like you can't really hear what it even sounds like, like it's like your phone microphone picking it up and then I'm hearing it through the phone. But they had like a lot of clear information on what they were looking for. But anyways, I won't drag it out too much, but basically I made 3 songs, sent it to them, and then they were like, "Oh, dude, like you did it," and they were like, "We want to keep you we want to use one of these and like keep sending us more." So yeah, that process was pretty long, man. Like I just kept yeah, I eventually connected with Kim Dracula on Instagram. Like he hit me up, and so it wasn't like we had to have the label in between. It was just like we were just like he. That's the thing. Like I would give him something, but he would like flip it. Like
Wow.
he would take it and move this here, move this there, and then send it back and be like, "Yo, could you like switch it like this?" And I would do that, and then at the same time, I just send some fresh ideas, be like, "Hey, there's some more new ones," and it was like a really crazy process. Once we locked in, it was like we were collabing and didn't know what was gonna happen. I just like was like, okay, maybe I'll get some songs on the album. And then he texted me the masters to the album one day, and I just listened to it, and I just like I don't know, man. I just got like emotional. I was like, I can't believe like this exists.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it has nothing to do with like their position, like the like anything other than like I felt like the art we created was just like so special, and it was their vision. I'm not giving myself credit for that. It was just me following their vision, and then them taking what I had given them and turning it up, and then their vocals and everything. Dude, seeing that come together, man, was just like so special. Like I felt like when I heard it, I was like, it was one of the coolest moments in my career. Like to hear that and what he did with it, and then seeing the music video for Superhero, which is a song that
Yeah.
I made the instrumental for. Like
Would you say that was like the biggest song before
maybe like on the
the
numbers,
Latin exposure?
maybe I don't know. But definitely the first time I seen like a music video be made like that, you know what I
Hmm.
mean, like with all the special effects, and it just like feels like so crazy. But it honestly gets really personal because the song, and this is I just respect Kim Dracula as an artist so much. I think like he has all these like amazing like ways that he like uses his lyrics and the music together. It's just so crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
so artistically like next level. Like even the songs that like I did not touch at all. Like I would just like watch the videos over and over. Like the one he did with Jonathan Davis, and the Make Me Famous video is like so deep or whatever. But anyways, like the Superhero video, like um I make an instrumental. I remember I still hadn't connected with him, so I texted it to the A&R. I remember I was in the parking lot Chick-fil-A, and I was like, I feel good about this instrumental. Like I was
Nice.
like, it's ready to go. And it's at the end of 2021, I think. And then, and I'm just like, I might be over telling the too many details, but it's just to me, I love like recollecting all this stuff. But I texted to the A&R, and he's like, "Yo, this is great." And then like 3 months go by, and the Kim Dracula DM me. He was like, "Oh, I heard that one." He's like, "It's cool. Can you change this or that?" And then he sent me like some vocal ideas, and I'm like, "Oh, it's coming together." That's early 2022, and then the song didn't come out till 2023, like, you know, towards the end of the summer or whatever. And yeah, but anyways, like where it gets like super personal is I'm just like, I had this uh well, once I saw the video, I was like, oh, that's what this song is about, right? So he's like a superhero, and he could, I mean, I feel weird like saying what I think the meaning is because it's his artistry, and he, you know, he probably would explain it better. But the little girl starts in the video, and she's like going to like what I think is like a psychiatrist or whatever, and she's like having issues or whatever, and the psychiatrist like gives her like some medication, and she takes the pill, and she starts like dancing, doing all these flips.
It'll do that to you sometimes.
And it's like, okay, like the person feels better, like, and some of the lyrics are like so crazy. They're like he's doing this one part where he's like saying like take a pill and fix your shit, it's just like a broken elbow or whatever. And it's like how the pharmaceutical industry views like
right,
you know, like these are ailments or diseases that there's a cure for, and you take this medicine and it's, you know what I mean? So the girl, like, she's doing, you know, she feels better and all this stuff, and then she like shows her like she's crying, and she's like, what a lot of side effects of like these medications do, like they, you know, they mess with the neurochemicals or whatever that, you know, make you feel happy or sad, right? So it fucks you up.
endorphins.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
maybe.
or yeah. I think I mean, there's
Oxytocin. Is
some,
that a word?
there's oxytocin, there's serotonin, and dopamine are the three main
There we
ones.
go.
And those are typically like serotonin drugs. They typically mess with your body, your brain's
Yeah.
ability to like produce serotonin. But anyway, so like it's just really cool. Like the girl, like she like, I guess like it starts to have all these issues, even though like she like it initially helped her, and then it's like, I think the analogy is that the pill is a superhero. It's like something that's fictional that can take all your problems away, but it's like we all know that
It's temporary.
right, exactly. And so dude, it's just so crazy. It's really dark, but by the end of the video, like the girl like jumps out the window, and the superhero like saves her, but then like drops her and she dies. And then it's just like,
That's like
you
a
know what I
very
mean?
that's a very explicit
representation
of what's happening.
happens to people, and people that I've known that have like gotten on those medicines and then unfortunately like took their life because it made them feel all these things that they like weren't feeling or whatever. I don't want to get too like dark on here, but
No, it's fine.
but dude, I lived that experience. Like I was on medication from when I was like in 4th grade up until I was like 21 or something like that. So like
Okay.
really long time. It was a really, really dark thing in my life, and something that was way behind me.
Am I allowed to keep this in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't want.
It's a huge part of like
Yeah.
my life's story. You know what I mean? So, I guess reason I'm like saying this is because like, dude, I saw that video and I was just like crying. I was like, you just like told my story on my instrumental that I didn't even know this was going to be about this. You know what I mean? And then you start to think of all the dots that were connected. Like, I only even got to work with you because this person shot this to this person, and that person only knows me because of that person. And like looking at my whole like life and just being like, how did I end up being a part of this very powerful piece of art that is so personal to me just off of, you know what I mean? And I just think that's been something that's been very prevalent in my life, is like serendipitous, coincidental things that I'm like, how the fuck did I end up here? You know what I mean? And that's something that is just beautiful about like this whole musical journey and everything. It's like the art that you're left with, that you're like, wow, we made that, you know, and also just like the stories of like all that. So I feel comfortable you leaving that in, like telling that, because I mean that's one of the coolest things that's ever happened, bro. And then when I do like when I met Sister Gates, that's my like hero, right? So
Yeah.
like I
Which was real recent.
yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm just taking this on a whole thing.
No, you're good,
but
bro.
That's like my.
By the way, thanks for sharing that. That's
Yeah.
because I know there's a lot of people struggling with that, and so it's good
Absolutely.
that they understand.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like a lot of people have that same story too. So it's just like I think it's really cool that he made something that kind of like shows how ugly that really is, and how deceiving like a lot of like the messaging in like these like companies, like, you know, all of that. Like I think that was a big part of it, was that I was like, I didn't feel like I really had a choice to like stop taking those medications. You know, I felt like that was what was being pushed, is like, oh, you have this like ailment or whatever, and you have to take this, but it was what was making everything worse. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It was like I had never learned how to really regulate or like learn how to be like, you know what I mean? So
like your body
really
doesn't
inhibits you.
your body doesn't have a chance to like actually like figure itself out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same thing as like,
Organically, of
like
course.
for me, what I'm learning is I'm almost a year of not drinking.
Okay.
And no hate or disrespect to anyone that drinks. Like it's like totally like everyone's choice. And a lot of people can have like a really chill relationship with it. So I'm not even knocking it. But for me, like it was how I was dealing with stress for like so long that once I took that away, like I kind of had to relearn like, oh, when things get stressful, like can't just have a drink. Like I'm learning, like I went through therapy this year for like 6 months, just so many different ways to just like naturally just like deal with shit. And I'm like, dude, when I was just kind of putting a band-aid and just like drinking every day, like it wasn't really,
Yeah.
I didn't really like develop those skills or whatever. So
Yeah.
but and there's all other reasons why it's better off for me, but yeah, I was only touching on the Sinister Gates thing because that wouldn't have happened if I didn't do the Kim Dracula thing.
Are you
Like,
serious?
Yeah, because like the reason I ended up at that show was because I did a remix contest for Avenged Sevenfold, the fan contest. I'm a fan, bro. Like,
Oh, let's.
Avenged Sevenfold like was the band that like
I have a friend who's a A7X fan, diehard.
diehard. Yeah,
Y'all need to meet up.
yeah, bro. I mean, you meet a lot of those that is like, I mean, they're very polarizing. Like, you either think it's lame, or like maybe you love it. I meet people all the time that like make all different kinds of music that are telling me like, dude, I'm Avenged Sevenfold's my favorite band. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't even expect that. But anyways, like I ended up at that show because I did a remix contest. Like they're my favorite band. Like biggest like influence. Like I mean, I could go on about like how much like I would just like study their music and just thought they were so amazing like creatively, but like yeah, I did that contest and I got like top 3. I didn't get first place or whatever.
And what did you make?
They put their stems out for one of their songs and was like, make a remix and upload it to SoundCloud, and they'll pick the best 3, and whoever wins gets like free tickets and like some merch gift card and all this stuff. And the grand prize was supposed to be that they would play their remix at Rocklahoma last year. And Rocklahoma was on my birthday.
Oh, let's go, baby!
And Kim Dracula played with Avenged Sevenfold that day. It was like Avenged.
This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was Avenged.
You were on a high that day.
Well, it was it was like Kim, Evanescence, and Avenged, and I was like, I'm gonna drive to Oklahoma because like if I win, they're gonna play my. Kim Dracula got me into the festival. I want to see him play. I want to see Avenged on my birthday. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I took my son. I think it was on a weekend. Yeah, well, it had to be because of Rocklahoma. Yeah, so I drove up there, and it starts raining, and they close the festival, and we're like a few hours away, and they're just like, yeah, nobody's getting to play. Like it's shut down, shelter in place. And I was like, I just told my son, I was like, it was my birthday, and I was like, let's just keep driving. Like if we get there, maybe they'll reopen it.
Yeah, maybe just go to like a OKC game.
Yeah.
Worst case.
And then we get closer and closer, and we just end up in this line of cars outside of Rocklahoma, and the festival is not opened. Like it's like still shut down. And then they open it, and we're like,
That's
they
crazy
changed.
cool, man.
I think they changed Kim Dracula's set time so he could like still play. Like most of the artists just got cut. I think like 4 or 5 bands played, and we literally like parked and ran to the entrance, and like ran in, and he was starting his first song. So I was like, okay, I drove all this way, and like, oh, it's my birthday. Like, it would be so cool to like see him play, and I got to, and it was magical, like I love, like, one of the best parts of the job is like getting to see those songs that you had to like only jam in the car like for 2 years before they got released, and now they're out in the world and people are reacting to it and enjoying it.
Real quick, who listened to, did the whole band listen to it, to your knowledge, like your remix, or was it something?
So at this point, the remix contest, like the winners haven't been announced. I don't know who judged it, but they were supposed to announce the winner at that show, and they were gonna play the remix at the show. They didn't announce it, made no mention of it. me and Forrest are watching them, and it's still amazing. The vibes are amazing.
Okay,
like, I'm watching. I watched Kim Dracula play like amazing.
But you're behind the
festival
stage.
set. We were up at the soundboard.
Oh,
Because my buddy Ricky does the sound.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like, okay, great, that was epic. Like that's already enough for me. But I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna see my favorite band play on my birthday. That's epic. You know? So
for
like,
sure.
me and Forrest are there, and he doesn't really like rock music, but he's there. He's like, Dad, are they gonna play it? Are they gonna play it? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know if I won. Like, you know, there's probably hundreds of people that entered. I just thought, maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah.
But they didn't even like make any mention of it. Like they didn't even say who won. Like they didn't play any remix. Honestly, like probably because of the weather, they like had to like adjust their whole. You know what I mean? Like only Evanescence played, Kim, Wage
And that's
War,
probably like
and-
that's probably not their priority at all.
yeah. So and again, it's
At
not
this
like
point.
like anyone like online was like going like, where's the winners? You know, like it was like
Oh.
mainly like if you participated, like yeah, you wanted
You
to know,
you would know, yeah. Which is,
but they didn't make any mention, and then like a few months later they announced the winners, and I was gonna go to that show anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wanted to see my favorite band
Yeah.
and see Kim Dracula. Like that was epic. Like that was a great memory, and have my son with me. And then we stopped in Dallas on the way home and got a couple nights at a hotel and just like had a little mini vacation, or whatever. Yeah. Then fast forward, like they did announce the winners, and it was like I got one of the top three, so I got the free tickets, and then. Like right after that, they announced they were going to be playing with System of a Down in Chicago. The day after my birthday the next year. So I was like, that's what I'll do for my birthday next year.
That's crazy,
I was like,
man.
I'll go see them again. And
run it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I hit up the person on their fan Discord and was like, hey, how do I get my tickets? And they're like, email their management. I emailed the management, and I'm like, hey, like, this story will all tie together in a little bit. But I they're like, yeah, you can get in for free. And I was like, okay, great. And then I planned this whole thing. It's my 30th birthday. Like, my parents wanted to come too. So like me, Forrest, and my parents, we went out to Chicago for my 30th birthday, and the whole plan was just like have like a birthday night in Chicago, like just, hang out, and then like go catch the show the next day. After they announced that first show, though, they had to announce a second show because that first one sold out so fast. So we knew there was going to be 2 nights of Avenged, but we were only going to go to one because like that's what I had the free ticket for, and I was going to take my dad, and my mom was going to chill with Forrest at the hotel. We get there, and then like someone was DMing me on Instagram, and they were like, I just posted the flyer, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be at this or I was like, this is tonight or whatever, and it was like the flyer of System and Avenged, and this person responded like, oh, have you ever met them? And I was like, what? No, like I've never met Avenged, like. But I don't know. I was like reading it was in my message request, and I was reading all of them because everyone was telling me happy birthday. And so I like opened that one, and I was like, no, I wish I met them. And he's like, oh, I could probably get you to meet the band. Like I'm good friends with.
Who's this person? Just some random
person, right? But the reason it's all crazy is when I linked up with them at the show, and they're like, hey, like they're not hanging out with people today, but he was like, here's some like guitar picks that they use or whatever. Like their guitar tech gave him some Sinister Gates guitar picks, and he gave them to me. I was like, oh, that's great. And he's like, let me get your number. Like if you're still in town tomorrow, like maybe you can try again tomorrow because they're having the second show. And so I get that dude's number, and then he texts me the next morning. Like he was like, hey, you're on the guest list for tonight. You probably meet the band. And I was like, oh my God, like dude. And then from there, that was it. Like I had the all access. Like I was on stage watching them. And then after, dude, like it was cool because
is this what he does? He just messes people and just gives them free tickets.
Oh, so that's the thing too.
Who is this guy, bro?
Yeah, so then I was like, dude, how do you even know I exist? And this guy, bro, I swear, this is so crazy. He tells me, he's like, oh yeah, I just like look at the credits of like albums that I like, and I just like look up the people. And he's like, I've been following you for a couple of years since you did that Kim Dracula thing. And I was like, dude, you know what I mean? Like,
what?
Talk about like, how did I even end up in Chicago,
Oh.
right? Like, how am I even there? And then this guy's there, and he knows about me, and then dude, from there, he like he actually ended up being like Sinister Gates' friend, and I feel like I'm super like name dropping like this whole situation. Like I don't know if he even like wants that, but definitely it's a story I gotta tell because it's so epic. But
and what does he do for? Are we allowed to
so that guy he's just friends with Sinister Gates and his family. Like he knows them, and he goes to all their shows. And he's a great dude. Like he's a musician that he doesn't even live in Chicago. He was in LA. He flew out for the show, and
that's crazy.
He was just like after they played, dude, we went to like I don't want to say too much, but like we basically got to hang out with Sister Gates for like an hour, and he had introed me to him as like, oh, this is Chris. Like he worked with Kim Dracula and did the remix contest. So when he like made that in person intro, like this is Chris, the guy I was telling you about. he was like, killer work, dude. And he hugged me.
Let's go.
And I just exploded. I just was like, this is the most full circle moment of my entire. Because I'm like, I would watch their DVD in my room, like, just like, you know what I mean? Like, that was like my guitar, like, goat, you know, musical goat. So I know that story was really long, but I just feel like so much of this shit is just so cool, man. Like, this life I've been able to live, like, I am so fucking lucky and grateful, and just like, I just see the beauty in all these things, man. And I'm just like, I feel so blessed, man. Like, I really do. And I feel like that moment was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, I never met any of my like idols or anything. But that's what's cool about him, is he's just like, he doesn't act like, he's just like chill. And he was so nice, and like asked me about what I did on the album and stuff. And just, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But yeah, that's one of the coolest things that's ever happened, man. And you can see all the dots that got connected. You know what I mean? And so I think it's what a lot of this shit is. It's like a small world, and you never know who know. You know what I mean? And I've just been very, very lucky in a lot of situations.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was random. That was random.
Yeah,
but
I almost didn't even respond to that message, because all it said was, "Have you ever met them?" And I'm like,
oh, okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what to say with that. I don't even know who this person is.
Right. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but so crazy,
but
man.
But I mean, So Kim Dracula is special to you for a lot of reasons.
A lot of reasons,
man.
And I'm so grateful to him and his, you know, like, just taking a chance on me, and I love what we made together.
Good for you, man. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I thought I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know how you got back there or whatever. But that's interesting,
dude. I mean, and even like, I know I've been talking a lot, but like, the meeting upon is like so serendipitous. I think that's the right word. Where like, it's like coincidental, or like just a beautiful things aligning. I feel strongly about that, because I remember vividly the day.
You're talking about meeting upon a burning body.
Like, even like from where my story, like my origin to like meeting them, that was like, I was a fan, bro. Like, I was 14, and I just vividly remember going to Best Buy, because I had heard, like, I was getting into metal, like I was into metal, but I hadn't heard anything that heavy. And I remember like hearing like, there's a band from here that got signed, and they have like their CD is out. And I was like, I want to go to Best Buy and like get it. And I remember like going and getting it, and then like, dude, I listened to the out of that thing. I took this poster out from the CD. It was on my bedroom wall. I would listen to them. Like, even Xavier and I have this core memory when he was like filling in for Darkness, like when we were like 15 or 16, like, and we were like about to go to California to film a music video. But the night before, I had a Pawn playing on my boombox, just like, we were just listening to it, like just jamming it. And I just thought they were so like amazing. Like, I just loved that band so much. And so then, like, I guess the reason I'm talking about is because like, when I share that story of like the whole Sinister Gates and the Kim Dracula and all that stuff, that was one of the first times in my life when you fast forward, and I owe the opportunity to Corey Bruneman for bringing me in. He's another producer that was brought in to like potentially produce their the Straight from the Body record. He brought me into like, dude, when I got that text, and he was like, yo, I'm working with a Pondering Body, like, do you want to come try and help with some guitar stuff? I was like,
that's
dude,
pretty cool,
you know what
man.
I mean? Like, that was one of the first things in my life where I was like, I was already starting to see like these full circle things.
Yeah.
That I just was like, are you fucking serious? And I couldn't believe I was in the room with them, and they like, oh my God, dude! Like, yeah, that's where a lot of this shit started. You know what I mean?
At this time, did you already had know Thomas? Because Thomas wasn't in it, but did you know Thomas? Because
Yes, I knew Thomas,
because of
yeah.
Xavier, because of Luis.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
This was 2015. So Thomas and I had been jamming in our respective bands, and but at that time he wasn't in the band, but he would pull up, he would come hang out, because we did that whole album at Corey's, and yeah, but I mean, dude, yeah, like, it was just like insane. Like, that felt already full circle. Like, I was already like, oh my God, it's a dream country, and we're getting to work with these guys, and they took a chance on me. And so this whole journey has just been filled with so many beautiful like things that where I'm in the moment, and I'm like, I can't believe it's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel so lucky to do this. You know, I feel very, very grateful, and I have to like give. I mean, every artist I work with, right? Like they're like spending their hard-earned money to come and hire me and trust me to work with them. I'm grateful to like every single one of them, man. Like it's not something that I take lightly. I know, like yeah, like I might not say it enough, but I'm just like really, really blessed to be in work on music for a living, and it's because of everyone that's like trusted me to work on their shit, man. It's like really beautiful.
Well, good job, man. You know, you have a lot to work for still.
Yeah.
You have a lot of time to
Man.
like as much as you've accomplished as by itself. You got a Billboard, you've met these incredible bands, you've worked with incredible bands. I think you're just starting.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
It's like crazy because I feel that like this is the beginning, but dude, like when I just like sit back and think, I'm like, dude, there's been so much awesome. You know, it's been amazing.
Yeah, man.
Thanks to everyone.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for sure, and
Yeah.
thanks for coming on here, man. I had a lot of fun on this one. This is I think this is gonna be the longest one.
Oh shit! How long do we go?
We're at 2 hours.
Okay.
A bit like Thomas's, but it's fine.
Yeah, cool. Sorry if I rambled, dude. But I'm really happy with how.
No, this was good.
Went. Thank you so much for having me, man. Like yeah.
This was really fun. Before we go though, do you have any like messages to anyone who's like trying to start producing or mixing and mastering? Is there anything that I don't know that you've always wanted to share with someone?
Dude, I'll say. I mean, my mind goes to like, oh, I want to give like technical advice, like get this or get that, but I think like just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like I think like make what you love and don't always just go for like, because if someone says something like you technically got to do this, like this stuff is very much like whatever works for you, like whatever like makes you excited. You know what I mean? Like whatever, if someone's saying like you can't put that plug in on that, like if you like the way it sounds, like chase that. Like, and that's one of the biggest things you can build up is your own intuition and your instinct, and follow your heart. You know what I mean? I know that might not be like a technical or like specific to producing thing, but I just think any art in general, like, you know, like always just do what you love and don't worry about what anyone else thinks.
That's cool, man. Thank you for sharing that too. We can end right here. Is that okay?
Yeah, man. Definitely. Thanks for listening to me yap. You trying to think?
I'm trying to think. I want to have more questions if you decide to come back on.
Yeah,
I'll have more questions.
Covered,
I'll have more questions.
Everything. Like, dude, if we want to do one in a year, maybe there'd be more.
I like this
cool
because
stuff to talk about. It's crazy that like since we like did the initial one, like that whole like random other stuff happened. Like,
yeah.
So it was cool to talk about that.
For sure. Yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about more about that. This was interesting because I like having technical guests on because we get to talk about technical stuff. It goes a little off the expectation from like a fan person, because this is not really for fans. Really, this is gonna be more for, I guess, people who are Upon a Burning Body fans, Kim Dracula fans, but more so just who just want to learn a little bit and just have a discussion about everything that we talked about. That's why I like this one a lot, personally, and it's just nice to just sit back and just for me to be a little passive and just kind of like let someone take the wheel. I need to do more of that because I'm learning a lot. I really mean that. So thank you, man. I appreciate that.
But dude, thank you for letting me like tell my stories.
Yeah, no, they're great stories.
That was really fun, and I feel like hopefully if anyone like listening, hopefully they enjoy the stories. Yeah, and
they will,
and all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna make a lot of clips out of you, man. Is that okay? And then just like tag you or whatever. Yeah, and they're gonna be good.
Yeah, tag me up, bro. Thanks for all the work that you do.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you later, bro.
Dude.
When's your next show? You don't know yet, right?
No shows
for the rest of the year.
No shows. Yeah, just grinding, locking in. Yeah, this is the crazy part of the year. Like the end of the year and the beginning of the year are always the craziest.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go on vacation on the 19th.
Let's go, man.
I don't know if that's the end of next week, but
yeah, in 2 weeks.
Me and my son are gonna take a train to Chicago.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Yeah. So.
Well, have fun there, man. I'm gonna watch your stories.
Yeah, it's be a lot of sitting in the train, but he loves that right now. So
yeah. Well, all right. Well, safe travels, man. And I'll see y'all later, okay?
Go Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Go Cowboys. Absolutely.
Nah, it's kind of over. Go Texans, though.